Okay, so back to what we were actually doing, which you guys are discussing plans to, go back to find your way back to the library, which is last you looked was a couple rooms away, uh, and test out theories with doors. That was what I left.
I don't know. William, what do you think we should do?
Yeah, I was thinking if we open up all the doors in the library and then keep going through doors, then and keep the doors in the library open, they can lead back to the library. But now that I think about it, the door that we opened could lead to a room that leads to a door we have already opened in the library, so it wouldn't really work. Then again, it would create a loop, in which case, if we open another door, eventually the thing will run out of options to loop. That might be an option to get out. Then we would have seen all the rooms. Theoretically.
So basically, we just have to be very rude in this dungeon and leave all the doors open.
Yeah.
Assuming that nothing else shuts the doors.
Yeah, that's also true.
We're also assuming that there are more than one door in the library.
Yeah, that's also true.
GM notes that when you wandered into the library, you saw at least 3 doors.
Oh.
Okay, so we have 3 attempts before your plan fails.
No, the plan will definitely work in that case, because the 2 when we go through one door and keep the others open, it might lead back to one of the 2 doors that's left open, but then there's only 1 door left and it can't loop back. Unless there's a room with 3 doors again, in which case it can, in which case, forget it. I don't know. We can only try, I guess.
Well, you know what they say. Experimentation.
Sure.
I like this idea.
To the library!
I really like this idea.
Yeah.
So behind
Remember.
you again is is an old guard room that looks like it was been converted into barracks. Beyond that is what looks like a preparator room for dead bodies, if I recall right. So there's no dead bodies in there right now. It's not that you saw. There was dead bodies, of course, in that waterlogged trophy room that you guys were just in, but no dead bodies in the other room. I understand when the GM talks, suddenly nobody's talking back.
I'm trying to think this. Yeah.
So we go into the library,
Yeah.
and then we find the other 2 doors, keeping the one that we enter in open, and then I'll go find one of the doors. I will open one as well.
I'll go with her.
I'll follow him.
I'll look for the other.
So, from what you can tell, it's only been a few minutes, maybe about 10, since you last were in the library. And it looks about the same as you walk back in. Books, a few tables, lights that seem to be ever burning, but not actually, burning anything.
Continue the flame.
Bless you.
So can I see where the other doors are in the library?
Yeah. Can you guys see your tokens?
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, the library just looks like this. There's the 2 doors down here, and there is one all the way over here.
Well, should we try the one right next to us first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep. Let's
Yeah.
hope this works.
Yeah.
I will open the door. Rocks
no,
fall,
no, it's
you
just-
die.
No,
no,
Fall, you die.
no. I was just thinking interestingly what you know, yeah, sorry, which one of the types of rooms you might find next.
Which level of
I streamlined it so that I made sure I made my own mini table with writing and all that, so I knew exactly which set of rooms you're going to be looking at, instead of like, you know, this room, this room, this room. Okay, keep rolling that, and you'd have no idea what the hell's going on next. That sort of stuff. Because you know that's okay for one session, but multiple sessions, no. You can't do that for multiple sessions. It does not work right. All right, so we got that room assignment. We have that state. All right, and we have which room exactly? Oh, right. I have to roll that one as well. Which room exactly you found? Oh, that's not good.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
Yep.
Alright.
Well then, I was right.
The first thing you see as you look in is basically you're looking into a small antechamber of sorts, probably about 10 by 10, and beyond that is the closed door of what looks like a major secured vault room. Inside this room, it looks like there was at one point a guard station, but the chair's been tipped over, a small table's been tipped over, and there's lots of dust and dirt kind of caking the floors, with footprints going every which way. There also appears to be a chain of some kind just kind of hanging down in the middle of the room. It just smells like must and old, and there's a slight odor of old blood in this room.
This is...
The chain's just hanging from the ceiling. It's not attached to anything. Can I see it if I look up?
It appears to just be kind of like going up to the ceiling and maybe through at the ceiling. Just the chain's kind of hanging down. Because it doesn't appear like it's anchored to anything up there. It looks like maybe there's another room above it, but it's just hanging down through.
I'm gonna cast light on my mace and hold my mace up to see get a better look.
Yeah, you can tell that it's definitely hanging up through the ceiling, or perhaps through, either into another room or, into the wall there, above you.
We should really check out that vault door. Maybe that's something.
Was the vault door open leading into the room with the chain, or was I wrong about
No,
that?
the vault door across from you, you're looking at the antechamber, and the vault door across from you is definitely closed.
Okay. What can I tell from looking at this vault door? What it's made of? What does it look like? It has any outward locks, or? I'm just thinking if that was of any
Looks
importance.
like it has a 3-point combination. One of those spinning locks on the outside. It looks like it was possibly created by dwarves. However, it was definitely designed for use by humans, or something close to the size of somewhere around human size versus dwarf size type people. But it definitely looks like it was dwarven construction.
Speaking Dwarvish and knowing the history of dwarves, is there anything telling on the door?
Just that it's like it's heavy, it's well constructed. That the walls around it on that side are probably nicely anchored. It's one of those things that it would probably take you a while to cut through if you can, and there might be some kind of mechanism inside that makes it even more difficult, or that could set off some kind of weird trap inside the door if you attempted to cut it in, if you had the ability to cut into it.
I walk in.
All right. Walk into the room. The room is 10 by 10. It's probably only fit 2 of you, 3 of you easily at a time.
I can stand underneath someone. I'm short.
See here. And we have 1 second. As you walk through the door, you do hear a bit of a click, eep, and suddenly the floor directly underneath that chain half drops away. It looks like it was supposed to drop all the way out, and you hear a bit of a splash, like maybe 10 feet down, and a bit of a sizzling sound. But unless you fail a major dexterity check, roll a dexterity check for me, please. You're not going to fall into there. You're going to be able to jump back or
Roll
grab
that
hold
one.
of that chain.
Dexterity
Not
check.
I
There
think
Yes,
you
unless
just
you roll
you just
Oh,
think
Oh,
that
fuck.
I will use my luck. My last luck of the day.
Yes.
There we go.
You do not
Oh
slide
my
down
God.
into the acid that seems to be eating away a bit of the floor that fell away below you.
I start tipping that direction, and then I slip on one of my own marbles and fall the other direction. I'm okay.
What did you do?
I fell.
Oh, before that.
I triggered a trap.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like the trap itself is partially not working. It was supposed to drop the entire floor out, but only half the floor went.
Well, thank God it's not fully working.
See, I told you everything's fine.
so could someone tall maybe go in and pull the shade?
I mean, I'm 5'8". I don't think I'm the tallest here, though.
I could go, but do you trust me?
Good
Yeah.
point.
How much did you use today?
He does trust
I
you.
had the one at breakfast, and then at like 10, another one. Then a lot. Well, I'll be fine. I'll go and pull the thing down or whatever. What do I need to roll or something?
Okay, so you go into the room, roll a dexterity check to make sure that you don't slip down that which is now a ramp just above the chain.
Can I be in acrobatics?
Yes, you made roll an acrobatics, and you're fine. You definitely avoid slipping down that thing and grab hold of the chain. Now roll me a strength or strength or athletics thing to pull on that chain.
I can't pull for shit.
Yeah, it doesn't move as you attempt to pull it.
I'm so drunk, instead of pulling, I push it.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere because you don't have enough. There's too much slack to push.
You're supposed to pull.
Adler?
I'm not sure. Can someone who's taller than me do that?
Okay, I'll
I'm not the
do it. I'll
tallest.
do it. I'm 5'11".
You're taller than me.
Rhiannon will put her hand on Sunday and be like, "You can do this," and so you have guidance.
Nice.
Okay, thank you. Alright, I'll step inside and go to pull the chain down. I didn't make a dexterity. Should I make one?
Yes, you need to roll an dexterity thing.
Whoops.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Oh,
Guidance.
Guidance on the...
Roll it.
Come on.
Hey.
Is 8 good enough?
Yeah, you just barely managed to grab hold of the chain from leverage and are now yanking down on it. But this is not good because as you yank hard down on the chain, the ceiling suddenly gives way. Roll a second dexterity check so you don't tumble down into that
Oh
acid
no!
pit.
That's the sound I make when I...
Come on, you.
Oh!
Oh no!
Real quick. Real quick. Can I get the answer to that question real quick? put my port in. Because I went through the chat logs and I can't find myself using any more.
You didn't use your net 20 if I remember.
Yeah, I don't think you used them, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, who else is still in that room? Did you guys all stay in that room, or did only
I
one
was
person
still
at
in
a time go?
No.
So I didn't use it, or did I?
I mean, I would have gotten out if someone was gonna get through there.
I
If
am
we
in
really
the
want-
doorway
Okay, so
with my mace in the
so
air. That's
Tobias
lit.
is both going to get hit by the collapsing roof and take acid damage when he tumbles into that pit. Whoever else is in that room needs to roll for, to see if they avoid getting hit by the collapsing roof. So DC 15 on that. Oh.
I guess I would be in there because I tried to pull the chain.
Oh no.
I'm fine.
Technically, I'm in the
Well,
doorway.
you
Do you want
need
me
to
to roll?
dodge back into the doorway, possibly over Rihanna at this point. Whoops, that's not the roll.
Or negative one.
Oh,
Ow,
Jesus.
ow. Okay, wait, is that the damage I take?
Yes.
That's the damage I take because I rolled 11.
Okay.
I would have not survived that.
I am on
Oh,
two hit points.
That is bad.
And you're gonna take acid damage. 1 second.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait, do I take half?
No, you completely avoid it.
Alright.
Do I take acid damage or no?
No, you do not take the acid damage. Basically, you fell onto a part of the floor that's still there, not falling down. The rocks that then half cover you, and it's like, ugh. Let's see, the other one.
I'm fine.
Are you?
Could be Sunray,
Tumble
right?
down to the acid and take.
Oh no. Are we gonna already lead a player? Someone already
So,
gonna die?
damage.
So, wait, I fall down.
To the acid.
So I
So
fall
he's
down.
in the pit.
So I fall
Yeah.
down and I fall down, take 25 damage, and then I take 9 damage from the acid.
Basically, the rocks fell in your head. That you took the 25 damage from that, and it knocked you down into the acid pit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm on what would be -7.
So how does Porton work? Can you change his roll to a 20 on that dex save?
I could, but I never got that answer clearer from me.
The answer was yes. You still have that. If you want to change that now and basically have that you saw that in an instant and grab Tobias back, therefore you're the only one that takes the 25 damage. You therefore have saved Tobias's life.
I will save Tobias's life.
Let's do that.
Oh, thank God.
It is-
You basically get this instinct that Tobias is going to die as he's pulling on that. You John, you grabbed it. You managed to grab his leg and yank him backwards. Unfortunately, the rocks collide with your skull and really crush you to death underneath on the floor, even as he is saved. But he
I'm
takes half rock.
fine.
He takes half the rock damage, but doesn't fall into the acid pit. So he takes 12. Sunday, you take 12 damage from the rocks, but you don't take the extra 9 damage from the acid. So,
Oh,
John, are you still alive?
Yes.
so wait, where am I now?
You were going to fall. I am fine.
I'm just-
Roger runs over runs over towards you, puts your hands on you, John, and casts. Where's her spell list? Hold on.
As a note, I can't.
Well, she actually doesn't need to put her hands on you. She just kind of like goes and mumbles the healing word, giving you
Yeah,
some
that's
health
all.
back.
That's 11.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Oh my god.
You know, I'll
That
do
was
some
very dangerous. She intends.
I'll do some lay on hands. You get 10 more HP back.
Jan, you saved the books I had on me.
More important than the man. The book.
Oh.
Can you imagine what would have happened if they would have fallen into the acid?
That would have been really bad.
Yes.
Really? That's what you care about? Not your own life? God, the archaeology types are strange. You're just as bad as Fawn.
I'm just basically hugging John like, oh, thank you.
I have no more luck points, and I have no more importance.
I feel like Rhiannon is just like crying, hugging her book right now, not knowing what the fuck to do.
I could really.
Okay, honestly, guys, I'm holding this book that I picked up in the library. Does anyone else want to hold it? Because I feel like I don't want to be responsible for it being destroyed.
I
in
mean, I'm
acid.
pretty sure it'll be safe with me.
Do you know the proper care of books?
Um, no.
Rhiannon.
I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a bit about caring for books. Not as much as you do, but you know.
Mm-hmm. What's the first rule when opening a new book? Yeah.
He's gonna say crack the spine.
Mm-hmm.
There's just silence, man. I can feel the scorn.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
can
the
just-
people in the audience right now are all cheering the survival of the book.
Yay. I'll give the
also-
book to Rhiannon.
I'll heal.
That's it, Ender.
I'll actually heal both of yous that got damaged by 10. So you all get 10 extra HP back.
Oh,
So
nice.
there you go. Enjoy your lay on hands.
Oh, thanks.
You laid your hand on a small man.
Crazy.
I am
Alright,
missing
moving
not
on.
much left.
Okay, so random question. If I was to be able to cast mending, would I be able to repair a portion of the floor?
Hmm. You know what?
I can
I
help with that.
think it could repair the floor, but it would also repair the trap.
Oh, well, yeah, good point.
It's like, here, let's go through this trap again.
Yeah, like it didn't go well the first time. Let's do it again.
Maybe it'll go better this time.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is fine.
Alright.
Don't worry, guys. That was only the first encounter this evening.
And almost killed 2 people. God.
That makes it reminds me with that portent thing, John. Are you a fan of oh, come here. Are you a fan of Final Destination?
River Glass? Not really.
Okay. Because all I could think of is right then is that you were a character in Final Destination right then. You saw the whole scene of Sunday's death, and you just saved him from it.
And now he's going to have to die a different way.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to
Alright.
keep notes on to see if he dies a different way.
So,
So
what's
do you-
the next plan?
Go look at the other door, because this is not gonna work.
Or we could just close this door and open it again.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, remember,
Are you going to
this
attempt that?
is a
But
very...
me pulling the chain did nothing.
It almost killed you.
Point taken. My action did have a reaction. Something happened.
Yeah, and you're literally one roll from death. If we didn't have someone who could do that,
Miracles.
yeah, you would be so screwed,
Yeah.
and so would the book.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I would have saved the book. I would have jumped in.
Oh, thank you.
If
For
you
the book!
jumped in, you probably would have died as well.
To be fair, if we could have gotten book, she could have cast mending, and the book would have been fine, right?
Not if it completely was full
It
of
would have
up by the
blank
acid.
pages.
Yeah, it would just repair the book, but we
Yeah,
lose
and it
all
would
the
just be
information.
blank.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah.
It's a limit. That's why we don't break books.
So I guess our next option is: do we keep this door open and then open the other door, or do we close this door and then reopen it without checking the other one?
I would say keep this door open, that way we can't go back to this room.
Good call.
Yeah, and
Any other room?
we won't open another door into an acid trap, hopefully.
I mean,
Oh god, why'd you say that? You know what happens when you say that? Something bad
no.
always happens.
What happens?
It's double dashing to the door over here.
I'm taking a calm pace so I can look through the books as I walk by.
Alright, let's see what next comes up for you guys.
John opens the door. Because what could go wrong?
Yeah, look around next time, please, John. Let's not do that
Yeah,
again.
don't just blindly walk into a room.
Hey, don't
I didn't blindly look at the room. I walked in with my eyes open.
Yeah.
John, remember, don't have miracles.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh my god!
so we open this door
What
and
what
the
bad thing is
dragon-
gonna happen now?
We see the Demogorgon.
Oh god. No, you. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me check the state of the room first, real quick.
Burning.
This is I think the one room that I didn't want you to find right now. You found something.
So this is how well the drunkard's plan goes.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have planned it.
Just about as well as you'd expect a drunkard's plan to go.
I think a lot of negativity coming from your way, okay? How about you turn that frown upside
Okay.
down?
It's only the truth. I
The
tell no
sense of
lies.
ashes and dust reach your nostrils as you look into the room. And then here you see 2 doors beyond you. Seems like it's another small, no, not small, another antechamber, this one about 20 by 10, with a door directly across you and another one in the wall to the north. Whatever furniture or people used to be in this room have now been completely reduced to ash and dust.
That's
It didn't even-
not good.
Wow.
I look for traps.
Good idea.
Rogue.
Something you should.
Wait. You're getting some guidance. She'll put her hand on your shoulder.
Wait, I'm
Alright.
gonna see. Maybe I can double guidance.
Good.
I don't have. Oh, I do have guidance. Double guidance.
Does that work?
I don't think so.
It's a 14.
I was saying double guidance. I don't think you can stack that.
I think you
I
should.
could probably use another skill more than likely.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But that's a 14. I don't know if I see traps.
Alright. So, you look around, there's just nothing. Dust and 2 further doors.
Perfectly safe. I walk
One
in.
of them, one of them is just, totally across, and the other one is basically along the wall, to what I guess if this was, north, south, east, west, I'm not sure the actual cardinal directions here, but I'm just gonna say it's the equivalent of the north wall. There's another door, it's another, wide, open space.
Wait, this room has 2 more doors.
Yeah, and there's bits of what I'm trying to say. It looks like something crashed through the wall to the room from the north of you at some point. But because there's rubble, kind of looking around that area, and there's just a huge opening there. And it looks like like there was a bit of a scraping going on along the door to the doorway to the west as well. You know, the one that was directly across from your door. It looks like perhaps whatever it was that walked through the door to the north also made its way through that door, but didn't crack it open as much as the other way. So there's less, like, you know, rubble there. It just basically looks scraped up.
There are no traps.
Whenever Rhiannon like put her hand on his shoulder and cast guidance, she's gonna be like, wait. Let me 1 second.
What? I saw there's no traps. It's just dust.
One more, not more.
I doubt there's any traps.
Looks fine.
At least at the entrance.
Yeah.
No traps, no tracks after the ashes. Nothing beyond what I already described about the doorways. Not doors, doorways.
So straight across or north?
I mean,
Right.
for my plan to work, we need to open both doors.
There's no doors. There's just doorways. There's no doors.
Oh,
Doorway north then?
sure.
But did it look like something else had gone that way? That
Looks like something went both ways.
Like something crashed through both, correct?
Yes, but the one to the north is more heavily. The doorway to the north is more heavily damaged than the one to the west.
I say north, because it's more damage. That way, I think it came from there and went through the other way. Is my guess. Then again, I don't know shit, so who knows?
Well, we're rolling with your plan, buddy. So let's go north.
Yep, let's go
To the north.
Okay.
To the king of the north.
I enter in.
Which way?
I head to the north.
You instantly freeze to death.
You turn to dust.
Rhiannon is behind him.
I'm allergic to myself.
You sneeze before you die.
There's dust everywhere.
That
I could make a
is
bad joke, but I'm not going to.
Which state? is in?
It's too soon.
Okay. So it actually feels a bit colder as you walk into this room, and as you look up at the wall, the doorway, as you enter into, it looks as if the two doorways don't match each other. Like the one you went through the north and the one that you're now looking at south of you, which, you know, was the north, doesn't have the same degree of damage as you enter into this new room as the one that did that you were seemingly entering into, as if the two rooms had suddenly, you know, just traded places somewhere along the line. This room is rather cold and has basically it's about 20 feet around, no other entrances and exits, just the one you came from. Cold, and there are various wrapped packages everywhere that look like they are 5 to 6 feet in length, all covered in sheets.
I look for traps.
You learn from your lesson.
Yes, apparently.
Alright, let's see what you found there. Because you did find something.
Ooh,
Ah.
local currencies.
And just me having to flip through various pages to get around. I really have a better system than what I have currently. Anyway. Okay, let's see. Oops. Ah! That's not what I wanted to use. Sorry. I keep losing track of which page to use for what, because they have, like, you know, one page that has traps that is very different from the description of what traps are. So it's like, why can't this be on the same grouping of pages? That would be most useful. As you look around, you see on the one wall what looks like a very interesting mural, but You have a memory of a book you read that said that certain traps are encapsulated in murals like that with the various symbols that you recognize as if you read them too long, the trap will trigger.
Hey, there's a trap. Don't look at that painting for too long. The trap triggers.
And you know just at the bottom of your gut that it's a very deadly trap.
So don't look at the painting at all. It will
What's all-
kill you.
You said there were packages that were covered, like with sheets.
Yep, long, like 5 to 6 feet in length, not very wide. It's a cold room, covered in sheets.
It's a morgue.
Possibly.
It's the freezer. This is where they keep the vegetables.
The problem is, I really want to look at the painting now.
John,
Don't
John,
look at the.
we can cover up the thing. We can cover up the thing.
Wait, yeah, we could. Just don't look at it at all.
But you looked at it.
Well, not for a long time. I looked away real quick.
What was on it?
I don't remember because I didn't look.
How?
I just know it's a trap. It's just like one of those books that are trapped. That if you read it for too long, the trap triggers.
There's stuff to read.
No.
Okay.
No.
There is nothing to read. Except if you want to go to that library again. But you know, these have probably already read almost all those books.
Can we place something over the painting? Like one of these tarps that are covering.
I'll pull out.
It's clearly not a body.
What do you have?
Wouldn't it be safer just to not fuck with the painting than to fuck with the painting so we don't look at it?
Yeah.
I might look at it.
I don't.
I can close my eyes.
Yeah, closing up.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
as long as no one looks at it, we'll be fine. That's the thing.
But Williams used to.
William is gonna sit himself on the floor and is gonna look at these doofuses do some stupid shit while drinking, because this is gonna be amusing.
I'm curious, so I'm going to uncover one of the packages.
Alright. You start digging down on the blankets and sheets. Oh, the sheets, sorry. Not blankets. You see a face emerge. Looks dwarven.
Their bodies.
Eyes. Yes, eyes closed. Beard unkempt.
Okay, well,
Look,
this is
peaceful and sad.
Alright, now cover back up.
What you were gonna do something with that?
What am I gonna do with it?
Aren't you
I
gonna?
don't need a body.
No.
Not a necromancer.
I get it.
Wait, so you said the packages were like 6 feet long, and that was a dwarf?
No, they're between 5 and 6 feet long.
Hmm.
So dwarves in, like, you know, heavy boots. Some of them are, you know, who knows if the bottom of them is just like maybe there's a spear or something like that.
Yeah.
So there doesn't look like there's anything of importance here. Shall we head back?
I mean, is there another door? Because plan was to keep opening doors.
There was one in
Not-
the room we came
Not in this
from.
room, but there was in the other room.
There was the other doorway. We can see if there's a door in there.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Let's go for it.
We go to the other doorway,
Alright.
not looking at the painting.
The one with the thing seems to have rampaged through. Alright. You walk in, and you see what was probably once a very opulent bedroom. This one, the door now to the east, does not match up with, you know, the damage in that from the anteroom either. in this particular room, it looks like the door. In fact, on this side, there's still a door. Unlike the doorway you passed through, you didn't see a door at all when you went through this, but now you see an open door, one that looks like it has, reinforcements, but only on this side. The bed, it looks like it's an extreme state of rumpleness, and the fireplace looks like it's been converted into a living fire. Instead of just being used for warmth, it looks like somebody at some point set up like a kettle and a proper campsite right there in the fireplace instead of just a heating fire. An opulent bedroom. The state of the furniture, it looks like there's probably once some nice tables and chairs in here that have all been cut up for kindling along the way. Pretty much only the bed remains as a nice sleeping area, or so it seems at first, and then it looks like pretty much just the metal frame and some kind of mattress of some kind, and the blankets, whatever wood was on this, looks like it was also sacrificed for the fire pit.
I look for traps.
Nice.
Well,
Yes!
you clearly did learn from your mistake. You seem to be...
Technically, I learned from his mistake.
Right?
Hey.
I didn't make a mistake because I didn't fall on acid. Almost.
Well, technically it's still your mistake. You did just walk in without looking for traps.
As you start looking around, you don't find a trap, but a figure kind of materializes in the middle of the room. A ghost winks at the group of you.
It's a specter.
Alright, I'll pull out my crossbow.
It's
Wait.
not doing shit.
Wait.
Why?
What did-
What are
Hello?
you doing? Don't pull out your
Well, I mean-
crossbow.
Why not?
Why would you? At this point in
It
time.
might be friendly. Maybe it's a ghost of a librarian.
I'm just gonna forget I heard that.
I still hold my crossbow.
The ghost begins to, look more like a person rather than just an outline. You could tell now that it is a middle-aged woman who looks like she was a maid at one point, but whatever ghostly uniform she's wearing appears to be rather dirty and unkempt, like as if she was wearing it a long time before she died. And her face is very lined and looking weary. "What are you doing in here?" she asks.
Well, I was walking.
We're kind of lost, I think.
Yeah, we're trying to find a way out. Would you be able to help us with that?
This was once my master's chambers, but now everything has gone wrong. Are you here to deal with the devils that have invaded the castle?
Nope.
Yeah, we will deal with them as we approach, we come across them.
They have been hounding us for days now, ever since my master turned on that dreadful machine. Many of the staff have been killed. I've been holding up here as best I can.
Did she say turn on or turn off?
Turn on, I believe.
Turn on. What machine?
Can you come with us and like guide us out of here, or like to the machine or something? Like that would be really helpful, Mrs. Maybe.
The machine should be nearby. It's right off his laboratory.
We don't know where anywhere is, so could you possibly guide us?
She thinks for a moment. Well, it's a few corridors down. You'll see this antechamber eventually, and it is on there's two doors that face each other, and then there's another door on the wall. It's that door. Past that, where his laboratory should be. It's just right down that hall. She kind of points out the door you just came from.
Right next to the dead dwarves.
What?
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 It must be the guardsmen. They are on the other side of the pathway, somewhere far away. You'd probably find the dead piled up in storage a few ways past the far exits from the antechamber.
I mean, it's right there, and the library is back the way you just pointed.
No, the library's not that way. The library is close to the laboratory, of course, but it is not that close to it. He wanted to keep that separate in case something went wrong with the laboratory.
You are. You know what? Never mind.
I think something's wrong.
Yes, clearly something's wrong.
No,
Did you just realize?
something else.
Does she not
Something.
realize that the rooms are moving?
No, I realize that, but I think there's something.
Also, she doesn't seem to realize that. Well,
Oh yes, there's that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would be rude to point that out, wouldn't it?
exactly. That's why I'm not
I
gonna say it.
think the machine is what's moving things.
Yeah, and we just need to find our way to the machine then. But that's gonna be near impossible.
To the laboratory. I almost wanted to say that.
How do we get there?
So we'll shut doors and open doors until we find that.
What
this
if-
could only end poorly.
I have an idea.
Unless the vault is the laboratory.
I have 2 ideas. Actually, maybe 3.
Okay.
Yes, it could be that, or it could be behind the evil
Painting?
painting. Another idea I had was, what if there was a door on the inside of this, what if we shut that door and open it? Now we could lose the library, but
But yeah, everything leads back to the library.
yeah.
The library is the center. Because the library was separate.
I mean, we can try the painting thing, and then we'll figure
Just
it out
as
from
long
there.
as we don't look at the painting for too long, it should be fine.
And yeah, if we just take the painting off, I don't. What if we take the painting off and lay it flat? That way we can't look at it.
Good idea. Once again, I
Turn
can't
it
believe
around,
the
face
drunks
it
having
against the wall.
the good ideas here.
I think best when highly intoxicated.
Apparently
So,
so.
you know.
Alright, so who's going to volunteer to take the painting off?
Not it.
I will.
I would, but I'm a little short.
I will try.
Are you sure you're up for it?
Well, I might. Yeah.
Alright.
I have something up my sleeve that might help, but we'll see.
Well, just so you know, if you get hurt, I can't help you.
Wow, that's a bit heartless.
I don't have any more
I think he
healing powers.
physically means he can't help.
Oh.
I would love to help if someone got hurt, but, you know,
Oh, yeah.
currently out of spells. And
So,
my lay on hands over.
yeah, I have 2. I mean, if you want to try it, you can. I have 2 spells left. I guess who's got the bigger health pool?
Maybe I should try, because I probably have a decent chance of getting out of trouble.
I nominate the drunk.
Raja and Nolan at this point look over at you guys and say, you know, we could just get some rest here, try to recover what we can. There is part of a bed here. We also have bed rolls.
True, we could just rest here.
I mean, right now I'm less concerned about the caravan and more concerned about this.
Yeah, right now, what we should be cared about is our life.
Yeah.
Same thing. We'll spend 10 minutes then casting alarm on the entire perimeter of this room.
Perhaps we should do a long rest, Raja suggests. If we need to recover our magics.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
sounds like a great idea. It'd be nice to actually cast spells.
You basically cast a spell on this particular room, yes?
Yes.
Alright. You leave the door open or closed?
Open.
Yeah.
So after a while of your resting, the maid apparently just kind of vanishes back wherever she came from, and leaving you guys alone. Well, not really alone since there's a whole group of you here. You rest for a while, and everybody roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
Roll perception.
Roll up.
Oh, my perception's not great.
I see 4 of whatever I shouldn't see.
John and William gotta just sleep through everything. Oh no, William doesn't. Sorry, John doesn't. John. Never mind. Only William sleeps through everything. Probably drinking stupor. Adler, whatever it is, you're kind of distracted while everybody else hears just a slight kind of, which sounds a bit like a grinding noise in the distance.
Oh no.
A couple hours, like 2 hours after you start resting, you kind of hear a slight noise, but it doesn't seem to affect anything.
Grinding.
That doesn't sound good.
Don't grind your teeth, please.
Do you continue on with your long rest?
I guess. So we get a long rest?
No, do you continue after 2 hours? You've heard that noise. Do you continue on with your long rest, or do you do anything?
I don't know. I'm fast asleep, so I don't do shit.
Yeah.
Unless John is waking, he's gonna just roll over and ignore it.
I'm just gonna see if anyone else will notice it. Probably Anon, and just look.
Yeah, Adler's probably in such a state of meditation that he just misses it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, should we do something about that, or?
Well, maybe. She'll kind of like sit up in her bedroll, and then I guess she'll like kind of like just crawl out to the door and just peek her head out.
Here the chamber looks about the same. Roll me a second perception check, please.
Please roll well.
You don't even notice any new marks on the floor. No, nothing.
Maybe we should close the door.
But then the plan, like, if we close the door, we'll change everything.
Everything leads back to the library.
No. We have to... But the plan was to go to the mural, and if we close the door, we might not find the mural.
Ah, yeah, you might have a point. Alright, I'll just turn over and fall back asleep.
Alright. Continuing on the long rest. Everybody roll your perception checks again, please.
Don't worry, if anything enters this room from any wall, I will know.
Mm-hmm.
Willem is now snoring very loudly.
I rolled the same perception check.
And it's like
I'm
biting
slowly
the
getting
pillow
more
or
perceptive.
something.
Another
You
2 hours go
already
by,
said
and again, that grinding noise. It's kind of... You just hear a grinding noise in the distance. Adler, you actually hear it this time.
Well, as soon as I hear it, I'm gonna.
Rodden, you sleep through it this time.
I'm actually gonna get quickly up, alerted by a grinding noise.
I'm gonna look at you. Oh, it's just a grinding noise. Calm down.
Could be an enemy, for all we know.
Hey, what?
Fine, look. And I look out the door.
Roll your perception check again, John. Cellophane antechamber. No more new marks on the floor. Nothing even falls from the ceiling. Everything looks just the same.
Everything's the same. I lay back my.
I'm like, just forget about it. Just
I have a feeling you should just. I don't trust that noise.
Another 2 hours go by. Everybody who's currently awake, Adler, and anyone else on the current shift, roll me a perception check.
Nope.
John's not on shift.
I decided Willem is not gonna take a shift. He's just gonna sleep through the whole night.
I'll take a shift.
I'm paying attention to.
Fuck! I fall asleep on my shift.
Yeah, apparently so does Adler.
I've been woken up by this thing twice. Am I supposed to be awake now?
You can if you want to, but just roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely hear that like writing noise again. It's like clockwork. Every 2 hours.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. Oh, for fuck's sake! Sit up and just go. Think for a moment. Is there a pattern to it? Like you said, clockwork. Clockwork. Is it once every second or anything like that? Is there timing to it?
Well, from what you've gathered from your perception checks, it's been once every 2 hours.
Huh. Alright. Go over to the door, just... No, nothing has changed, I think, and do a perception check.
Yep. Yeah, it's just...
Nothing
Everything's
changed
the same. Same antechamber, nothing. Nothing changed out there.
Alright.
Someone's gonna get killed.
Are you... Are you going to sleep for the other 2 hours to get the full, the full effect of, a full night's sleep, or are you going to try waking everybody up?
Yes, I'll tell everyone about this in the morning.
All right.
It's nothing important. I'll go to.
No, another 2 hours go by. At this point, anybody who's been looking for it can hear the grinding noise.
I mean, if it's already grinded 3 times, if something would have happened, it should have already happened. So.
So we had a full night's rest.
Yep, everybody's had full night's sleep. Huzzah!
Hooray!
Yay!
How's
I got my spells back. I
Yep.
can actually
Raja is happy about that too.
cast spells.
She thinks for a moment and goes,
Ooh.
"The way you guys are getting hurt, I'm probably going to need cure wounds more than anything else."
Yeah.
That's a 1 and a
Tell
7.
me about
Then
it.
she looks around. Do we need a good barrier? Or do you have enough rations to go around?
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
Gonna be losing some rations now.
I have some rations still. I still had a fair bit.
I think I have
I
rations.
do.
Let's have a look.
I already took one down because I'm prepared.
I have 17 more rations.
I have 8.
I have 9.
I have a hangover.
Is that because you're not drunk? Hmm. You know what?
I'll tell everyone about that grinding noise they're probably all hearing right now. It happens every 2 hours. It woke me up constantly.
Well, are we going to get ready for the plan of the painting plan? Also,
Well,
I think we might as well use the painting strategy.
spell boo.
Be
It's a spooky book.
spook. Every time you open it, it goes boo.
Raja appears to be meditating as well.
William is gonna sit in the corner and do a prayer, and he's gonna chant some spells out.
but while they're doing that, I'm gonna just have a peek out at the antechamber just to see if I can see any new marks. haven't
Okay,
done
you're
that
looking
yet.
out into the antechamber. Okay, roll a perception check. Alright. You glance around the antechamber, it's completely unchanged, but something alerts your eye to the far doorway, all the way to the east, where you last saw the library. It doesn't look the same past the doorway, that's still open.
Oh no. I say this audibly, it's like, oh no.
Oh, what? What? What is it?
Oh no, what?
Well, look through the doorway that the library should be, and you'll notice it doesn't look like it should.
Hmm.
Alright,
Then-
are you still staying in the same room and just looking 20 feet down the corridor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you catch like a glimpse of. Sorry, hold on. I need to refresh my page a moment. 1 second.
That's gonna go.
I had the description already, and then we were chatting for a while. What you see across from you is flashes of white, which did not exist in the library. And the library like had red and brown and usually things you would find pleasing in a library sort of setting. Now what you're seeing is a flash of a white wall from where you're standing through that doorway to the far east.
Yeah. I say bollocks. on the
Fascinating.
Did you guys say you hear something every 2 hours?
Yep.
Yep.
Every 2 hours. Annoyed the crap out of me.
Oh, I think that means we have a 2-hour window to do the strategy of opening all doors.
And then it
Ah.
resets.
Great.
Nolan at that point looks over at you, takes a look out the door, looks back at you, and says, "But wasn't that door already open, and now things have changed?"
I guess in a 2-hour time, it doesn't matter if the doors are open or closed.
Yeah, I think opening and closing doors doesn't matter. I think that we have a 2-hour window before shit changes.
Well, let's look at this new room.
I-
I'm just.
aren't we
I'm
gonna-
just,
Okay, sure, let's go.
I will
Traps
check for traps down the hallway we've already been.
Wait,
Okay.
aren't we doing the painting thing?
It's cold.
I
We're
don't
gonna head
think-
to that door anyways. I'll look in and see if that room is there, or if it's changed too.
Alright. You step out into the antechamber, leaving the what would be a nice bedroom behind. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Perception this, perception that. I've rolled
I
14s
see.
and 15s.
Fuck off.
Even as you guys start to discuss which door to look through first, something through the white room or looking to the north to see if that room is still there, Tobias and Ryanan, you're alerted to movement coming from that door to the far east. Something is coming out at you. Now, if you could move your characters over here to your combat positions, to see who's in front.
going north or going south, or east or west.
Whatever's coming is coming from this direction.
Well, I'll be here, but I'm too hungover to see shit. 'Cause
Halfling
I'm
in the
rolling
middle.
Wizards in the middle.
But technically, I was in the front looking out
Stuck
the.
in the middle with you. Here I am.
Alright.
Drunks to the left of me. Nerds to my right.
12, 21, 10.
The drunk's going first.
Oh god. I can't believe the drunk joined first. Why?
I don't believe what I'm seeing, so I'm just gonna ignore it. I think I'm drunk. I'm like, what? That
I
can't
can't
be
believe
real.
the
Like,
drunk's going first.
So something's coming out at. Gonna point at it. Hey, what's
Oh, hey, look!
wait, you see it too?
Yeah, that looks interesting.
And it looks very scary.
Could you guys...
Oh,
I mean,
dear.
did I say interesting? I meant
A
frightening.
creature, a being, something humanoid comes out. It's totally white, just like that white room. It appears to have 5 pincer arms sticking out of its torso with a tortured-looking face. and a gaunt body with long legs.
Let's turn back.
Ah.
I think this
think
thing
it's
has
us.
I think this thing has too many arms, or I'm seeing double.
You
No,
see
No.
15
you're not seeing.
You're seeing double.
No, you're not. There's too many arms. There's...
It has more arms than is needed.
William, you're still first in initiative.
Everybody wants to run, but I don't think we have anywhere to run to.
We don't.
We have a dead end.
Yeah.
Hey, that's somewhere.
Come on.
Fuck it. I'll go up to its face and be like, "Hi," and I'm gonna try to punch it to see if it's real.
I'm trying to punch it to see if it's real.
Is
Oh
it?
my god. Is it
Yes,
real?
It feels real.
Took that hit.
Oh.
All
Oh,
right.
that is
I guess I'll punch it again.
that's just hilarious. I'm gonna punch it.
I
to see
turn
if it's
back and-
real.
I turn back into guys. This thing is definitely real. I can feel it.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm
All
glad
right.
that mystery's solved.
Its jaws open.
I'm gonna warning flare the first attack
Okay.
because I don't want to die.
I don't wanna die.
And it tries to do what's warning flare do again?
It gives disadvantage on A attack, so probably the first one, because I said the first one is gonna have
Okay.
disadvantage. I'm
Got it.
hoping it doesn't have like 10 attacks, because then I'm just gonna die.
Very lucky in that one.
I mean, it doesn't have disadvantage, so it wouldn't have it anyway, but still. Nice. Oh, I
That's
just
what it tried
realized.
to do. It basically just tried to hug you.
Oh, I just realized how much damage it does. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, this thing. This is probably the most dangerous of. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say anything. Yeah, but this thing looks fun, and I figured throwing one at you guys would be fun to do.
Alright, I know what I'm gonna do with my key points now.
But Raja kind of sees how dangerous it is, and kind of like nods at. Sorry, she kind of like prepares her spells going on, and like looking over at the William, and seems to be glad that she doesn't have to heal him. So that she kind of points over at the thing, and whoops, I think that. Sorry, I think that's a contained thing. You need to be right next to the thing. Damn it. No, she decides that it's dangerous. There's a whole bunch of you, so she runs over and casts that on it.
I mean, she can throw it up to 30 feet, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
throw
just
it up to-
stealth.
No, it produces light around yourself, but you can throw it as an action, and then
Excellent.
yeah, it's
Sorry, I don't play too many spellcasters. Well, I don't play too many druids, so it's like
Yeah. I mean, it's a
Because-
weird spell. It's a weird spell produced.
So yeah, she comes up over here in front of Adler and just kind of whooshes flame right at the thing. And smack right into its face.
Alright, so I have a plan.
John.
Let's just see what the spell does real quick. Because I do not like whatever the fuck this thing is. Yeah. It's within 30 feet of me. Oh no, I gotta step forward. Now it's within 30 feet of me. I focus my energies and I go, you're too big! I'm gonna cast Reduce. It has to make a Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC on that?
13.
Alright.
It succeeds.
Mm.
Okay, it's hardy.
Alright, I have a plan. So when it's my turn, I know what I'm going to do.
Reel in.
And it's probably going to get me killed.
She is going to do Sacred Flame. And then
Ooh.
as a bonus action, she's going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And it'll be right next to the creature.
Ah, it's a 10 to hit.
Forget it.
It's going to be a big giant book again.
Oh, that's right. Book. You got it. Sorry.
A giant book.
Power
I
of
love
knowledge.
A sword with the book on its end.
Uh-huh.
it.
Pen is mightier than a sword. Ah,
There we go. That's your control.
That's good.
That does not hit. Adler,
Alright,
you're up.
so first off, I'm going to do probably a stupid thing, but I'm gonna compel it to duel me. DC, it's not. DC is 14.
Wisdom saving throw. Nice.
Alright,
The thing just focuses right on Adler.
so as long as we don't attack it.
no, you.
Good.
Oh yeah, you can't attack it. Is that it? But hey, at least just focus on me now. Alright, charge
Yeah,
up
I'll-
to it, and
So it's, don't hit it!
slash it with my longsword.
Miss.
Oh.
Nolan says, "Wait, we cannot attack that thing while you're dueling."
That's correct.
You know, good luck.
Thank you. I believe you can still
Someday.
heal me though.
Yes.
Nolan can't heal. Raja can heal. Nolan can't. Nolan is a fighter. Raja's a druid.
It does give me an idea.
And by the way, the reason I created full sheets for them, other than to pay attention to what spells and weapons they had properly, is if any of you die, one of you get to take over the sheet, either temporarily or permanently.
What occurrences?
So Sunday, will you do anything?
I kind of missed that, but I understand vaguely that I'm not allowed to attack it.
Yes.
Right. If you cause any damage to the creature, it'll stop trying to duel Adler. Lillian, same question.
Seeing I can't attack it, I'll guess I'll go stand next to Adler and cast Shield of Fate
Thank you.
to give him +2 AC. And I want to smash it in the face, but if I smash it in the face, use it. Can I cast spells on it? Nah,
As
no,
long as
I
it's
already
not a
cast
it'll
spell.
distract it.
Yeah. But hey,
Could I?
my AC is now 21.
Yeah, good luck, I guess.
Could I? Since
I'll hold my action until after it attacked, and then I'll smash it in the face with my fist. That way, it won't attack me.
yeah,
Shield-
could I do
Shield
that
of Fate
with
is
my
good.
action as well?
Yeah, sure.
I'll hold out my crossbow and
Okay.
get
So,
ready to shoot.
creature then attacks, or at least attempts to attack Adler. Oh, that second one landed.
Ow.
The second one, I'm going to use my portent. And I'm going to... just put that there so we know I used it. Which one am I going to use? I will make it... I'll use a 7. So that's going to be 7 plus 6. So 13.
So it misses.
Then both of those attacks miss.
I throw marble at its head.
I guess that doesn't count as an attack.
Yeah, it's not technically a spell, is it?
After that, I will punch it in the throat.
Radical. Oh, William's gonna break the duel.
Really?
I mean, it
Oh.
attacked him. I mean, we have
I
a
missed.
full round of people before its turn is again, so I think it's the best
At
way to do it.
least wait until it hits me.
I mean, his turn just went,
Yeah, but I have...
right?
Okay, fine. I have limited spells, remember?
The spell lasts up to a minute normally.
Yeah, but we can't just wait a minute and let it fight Adler and just watch it, right?
Yes, you could. You just
I could. I could buff him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smash it. Oh, I'm
Oh.
not. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
whiff.
miss.
Does that just...
Does that break the compel duel?
Technically,
Nope,
it
because you
didn't
missed
hit.
it.
Nah, you have to actually damage it, so the compelled duel's still going. Awesome.
Yeah, missed. So buff the tank. Got it. So now I don't know what their name is, but it's their turn.
Okay. So sorry, I was answering questions in Twitch. John.
Hmm. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Go. Alright, Adler. You think you got this?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I got this.
Alright. Well, it didn't work on him. But I'm sure you're willing. And I'm gonna cast Enlarge. He gets advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws, and does an extra 1d4. And he's considered a large creature. He doubles in height, unless he cannot hit the room, then he expands as high as tall as he can go.
I am... Very
You
big
are.
now.
Buffler!
Which one got enlarged?
An Adler.
Adler.
He's a big man now.
Giant elf.
Yep.
So do an extra 1d4. Cool.
Yep, and you have advantage on strength saves and strength checks.
This is
Until
a
it's
very nauseating feeling. I'm not used to being this big.
Everyone's so much smaller of me now. Alright, that's all I can do.
Well, it's gonna help. More damage, the better.
Ryan. What about you?
I am going to hold Healing Word, but for Flare, Healing Word for Adler, in case he gets injured. But for Flare, she is going to be just wide-eyed by the giant Adler in this tiny room and this, like, beast.
No, it's not really a
whatever.
tiny room. It's 10 by 20, and the ceilings are probably about 10 feet high. Which are higher than my ceilings.
Okay, this giant elf and is going to start sketching this giant battle scene with Adler, shining radiant paladin, ginormous, fighting this thing. She's just gonna start just sketching, and she'll hold.
That's beautiful.
That is cool.
Alright.
Adler.
Well,
Adler smash.
Woo! First hit.
And a d4. Do it.
Do it.
Yes.
and I'm going to
Nice.
also use Divine Smite.
Oof.
Ooh, another 5 points of damage. Nice.
Yep. And that's my turn. I'm gonna kill it sooner or later.
Nolan kind of taps his weapon and says, "Shall we go fight this thing now, or shall we stay back?"
That's up to Adler.
Well,
He's kind of looking at Nadler as he says this.
I guess it is up to you if you really wanna break the compelled duel.
Then I will hold until it is time to strike it down. Sunday, what do you do?
I'll move down here. Because I think Adler is a little bit too big, so I'm just gonna go over here to get the angle on the thing and ready my action to if somehow Adler goes down in this fight.
Somehow.
I will
Well,
shoot that big
Adler
barrel.
did just lose some of his AC by being enlarged.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have Shield of Faith on him.
Yeah, but he's now lost some of his AC because of the larger size. He's
Huh?
making it easier to hit. William!
I don't know, what can I... I'll hold my action to do the same as last time.
Alright. So, because it's still being compelled to duel, it is going to attack Adler. It's now too large to strike with its, with an embrace. So it'll just go for spikes again.
Ow.
And he takes 17 damage.
Eh,
This is fine.
this is fine.
I believe it does also technically activate Rhiannon's.
Yeah, so I was holding a heal.
Healing words, which you were one, I believe.
Raja gets closer to Adler and casts Cure Wounds on him.
I just like I can just imagine this fight going on in my head.
John!
Alright. Looking at the situation, I will hold a firebolt just in case, like, I feel like, yeah, like, basically the same thing for Sunday. If this thing's go tits up, that's when I'll start firing at this thing. I feel like Adler still got it.
You have a firing squad here.
This little dance of flame in my hand.
Just getting ready to attack.
If Adler goes down, basically, or gets
Alright.
really fucking hurt.
Rhiannon. Well, you did get really fucking hurt. Took 17 damage in one hit, but you got healed back up again by 2 people.
I'm gonna hold. My spiritual weapon is radiant damage, isn't it? I think it is.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold my spiritual weapon, just bashing this guy over the head. I'm gonna hold if for lack of intended purposes, goes tits up.
Alright. Adler.
Alright.
Adler, kill it.
This is kind of the last last time I want to actually attack with it wanting to attack me. Oops, I double clicked.
Oh.
Hey!
If only. But
It took me 11.
and a d4. Oh. That's
It's
12.
12.
And I'm not gonna do anything else.
Any Divine Smite?
No, I don't want to use another slot.
Can I activate? You said this is the last time, right?
Yeah, as soon as I strike, I'm like, okay, you can fight it now.
As soon as you said I fire.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
smack
okay,
him.
so you guys get your bonus hits in for holding your actions.
Just the firing squad fires off.
And a miss. So Nolan then rushes in with his 2 weapons and just comes pounding down on this guy.
Just a bombardment of attacks against him.
Since there you go. Unfortunately, he misses both times. Sunday.
Oh.
Kill it.
Yeah, I don't have a reloading action on my crossbow, so I'm just gonna shoot again. Damn it! Alright, and
Best firing squad.
William, what do you do?
William.
I'm gonna stab it, and if it's still alive, I'm gonna punch it. Is it still alive? Probably.
Nope. You stabbed it through, and the thing just kind of seems to have a surprised expression as much as its face can express, and it collapses. And something tumbles out of its body cavity.
Out of its butt.
Hold on. Nope, out of its body cavity. Give me 1 second, and I'll tell you what you found.
Ew.
Have to do a random roll to discover what item it was carrying.
While that's happening, I go over to Adler and I show him just this glorious, like, picture of him just killing this thing.
Oh, well done, but I didn't actually kill it.
Wow, way to put down the artist.
I'm not putting her down, I'm just stating a fact.
In the back, you see a little tiny William chugging a bottle and then just like stabbing it.
That's about right.
Alright, I'll grab the 4 items that fell out of it. That is actually just 1, but I see 4 of them.
Also, how long until I revert
You
back to my
discovered an
normal...
amulet. Called a clockwork amulet. It looks like it has a bunch of gears on it.
Also, how
That's
long until
fascinating.
I'm back to normal size?
Well, normally a minute, or I can do this, and I release concentration.
You notice that your size would have had you, making those marks that you saw at both of the north and west doorways. But that's about the size. It's something of that size, large size, would have made the doorways buckle like that.
I
Oh.
did not want to notice that.
Good to know.
That looks fascinating.
Can I see that?
Yeah, can someone take a look at it so that I don't... I
I'll
know.
make an Arcana check on it.
If you give me a moment, I can find out exactly what it is.
Alright.
So she'll ritual cast identify.
Nice.
It is a clockwork amulet. Definitely got some clockwork going on in there, and what exactly is a clockwork amulet? Let me open Xanthar's guide and read it out loud too.
It's a pocket watch. Possibly.
This
I-
copper amulet contains tiny interlocking gears and is powered by magic from Mechanist, a plane of clockwork predictability. A creature that puts an ear to the amulet can hear faint ticking and whirring noises coming from within. When you make an attack while wearing the amulet, you can forgo rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the die. Once used, this property can't be used again until the next dawn.
Huh.
Okay, that's...
I know who.
That's interesting.
Nobody wants it. I'll take it. It looks nice.
I mean,
I
I
know.
technically don't need it, but
And yes, Sky Kid, he does know Drunk Fu. He's called a drunken master.
junk food.
I have a skill named Drunken Technique, which let me punch people and disengage. So basically, I punch someone and I run away, which is the epitome of drunken fighting.
The superior way of fighting.
Yes.
I mean, you can always do borrow parchment shears for it. That's also a possibility.
I know.
Guys, I'll be right back. 1 second. Well, I'm actually still here. It's just that I'll be out of the room for 1 second. I need to go double check something.
Do we want to
I
take a
know.
break?
I
No,
think
I just need
probably,
to turn down the heat on under the cooker.
I know. I think Adler, me, or Sundry could probably get the most use out of it. Right?
Yeah,
That was a weird noise.
Yeah, I don't need it at all. I have no desire in it.
I mean,
The thing is, it also depends on what your attack modifier is, because it
Mine's
only
plus
turns
6.
it into a 10.
so that'd
That's
be...
what I'm thinking. It's like, it's useful for when you haven't you have enough to attack the enemy, but want to make a surefire hit.
And currently mine's a +5, but that it'll always will increase as I go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also have a +5.
It will
so-
only keep increasing, but
I mean,
it's not.
it might be nice for inflict wounds.
That is
Yes.
I don't know.
that is true, but I don't have that. That would be Rhiannon if she has it.
Yeah,
Have what?
inflict wounds.
I
I mean-
do,
Yeah.
but
I'm-
I'm okay. I don't need it.
So the amulet makes you roll a 10, but you still add your modifiers.
And that'd also be
Exactly.
that'd also be nice for Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it say that that it becomes a 10 on the thing.
Huh.
To be fair, I have 2 to 3 attacks, so I can probably hit something. Elo only has 1 attack, and Sunday also, so they might get more use out of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I will only ever have 1 attack.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, when I level up next, I'll have a second attack.
yeah, because level 5.
But you also can like add a lot of things to your attacks. I know Sunday can.
Well, I can add my superiority dice, but
Wait,
that's mostly for when I hit. So
Yeah, most of mine are when I hit. Like,
Yeah, you can like smite, right? Because you're a
I
paladin.
have Divine Smite, but that's the only one I have. Oh no, I also have Divine Favor.
I would say give it to the one who can get the most damage output in one attack, which is probably not me, because they could probably use it best. This does sound kind of me though, so I don't know.
So it'd be mirror Sunday then, I would imagine.
Hmm.
Because Rhiannon didn't want it.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Okay.
So
I mean, like,
if we find an alchemy jug, William has dibs on it. Or-
And you know, I think I would really use it for in this case would probably be Witch Bolt, which would be after I hit it the first time, it's constant damage. I can just reenact.
yeah.
to be fair,
That's a
it's kind
15.
of. I feel like it kind of fits your build, Fluffy. If you know
I mean, it
what
does
I'm
fit the build because I do like to alter fate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I'm not sure if I feel interested, but it is a decent item.
Yeah.
I feel bad for it. I feel bad for saying like no.
I mean, I do have it on another character in another campaign, but it's like I never used it on him. Ooh,
Someone type what we're on now, because I don't do math.
well, mine's different than yours, so I can't.
Oh wait, I'll quickly do it. We're at 3,610, I think. Right?
I'm on 3,210.
You'd have different experience points at this point because your
Yeah.
characters have had different things happen to them. Just like your experience no longer stacks up with the experience points of your Waterdeep characters. You now enter into a period of having different levels, different spots.
Oh, it's 10. Alright. It's a while before we level, right? That's like 6,000 or something.
I don't remember. I had to look.
Yeah, 6,500.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's,
we're
it's
still
go-
quite a way.
it's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
I mean, if nobody wants the item, I'll take it, but probably someone else should have it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. Well, I would say if Sunday doesn't want it, I'll take it. But if Sunday wants it, Sunday can have it.
Sunday's
Yeah.
just gonna be like, should we put that in a museum?
Ah,
I mean,
let's give it to John.
it belongs in a museum. I'm just saying, a museum would probably give you a hefty sum for it to add it to its collection.
We could also sell it at some point.
Yes, but I doubt it
To a
belongs in
museum.
No, it doesn't belong in a
What?
museum.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We can't attune to it now, so let's just keep going and figure out when we can attune to it. probably, right?
If we
'Cause it
notice
needs a
someone
gym with that
rolling
guy.
really bad on that rolls, like me.
Yeah.
Let's see what the book says.
I think I've rolled 4 natural ones this session. I'm doing great.
I rolled bad
Do-
on the attack.
See, that's when you were sleeping, so that really doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, it does not require attunement.
Wow.
Oh,
So yeah, just whoever wants it can just use it right away.
We can
I wouldn't
toss it
mind
between
it.
We can toss it between each other.
This is true.
let's. Is it only attack rolls or is it also ability checks and stuff?
I think it just said attack rolls.
So no damage then.
I mean, it doesn't do things to damage. It just makes sure you hit if you know the AC of the monster, which might not be that easy.
That's a little bit metagaming, but yeah. Hmm. Well, while we wait, could I just check what's in this room, or like it looks
You're
like
still- You're still in the antechamber. It came out of the other room and walked into the antechamber for you guys.
Can I see the bedroom behind us?
The bedroom's still behind you, yes.
All right.
I would
The
like
room
to.
the room you're looking into appears to be it's a small room. It's for the furniture that's in it's rather askew. Rather askew. Looks like there was a nice little pillow that people could use to kneel on, but it's no longer in place next to a what is it? Some kind of prayer book on a platform. Although those no longer in the right position. The book is kind of laying off to one side, half open. A few pages seem to be gone.
Oh no.
Is the
The book has been damaged.
is the
Oh,
morgue
wow.
of dwarves still to the north of us?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna check up for you.
Let us see.
I'm
In the
feeling
mold of dwarves.
that it's not.
Yeah, probably.
I look into the room and stare at the painting.
Let's give John the amulet for now, because it goes with this whole like builds, and figure out from there if we
You
want
can toss it to anyone else if he wants to. It doesn't
Yeah.
require attunement, so
So unless someone else having issues, I'll toss it.
it can be a like a silent slight.
Yes,
Like,
it is still the morgue up north.
when we feel like someone isn't contributing enough in fights, we can just silently hand them the amulet.
It's the amulet of shame.
That is
I-
like
Good
You
news
missed
though,
3
we
in
can
fights
actually
and
try
here's
our.
the
I'll be
amulet.
right back, guys.
We can still try
Right
our
back.
plan.
We can.
Right. Let's try the plan then. When she's back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Still not it.
Someone's probably gonna die here.
Not I
By the
don't.
painting.
I will not be the one that dies. I refuse to die in
I mean-
this dreaded place.
I could just try and take the painting off.
Sure.
I mean,
Close my eyes
you have the best shot of surviving.
I technically do now that I have all my locks back. And I ignore natural one, the first natural one that I get.
Yeah. You. Let's get John on that.
But all right. I will have to stand by and see.
Welcome back. We have
Welcome
I've
back.
nominated John as tribute.
Yeah, John is the guinea pig for the plan.
We have chosen the sacrifice.
Sacrifice? Cool.
No, he's not a sacrifice. He's a guinea pig.
Starts looking up like human sacrifice in her notes.
Oh, by the way, I
Ah.
should probably
Half-Life.
mention this. There's in this white room over here. There's a pillow, and next to the pillow is a book.
Like a prayer book.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the pillow.
So I don't know.
Let's wait to see if it's trapped because
Yeah.
it might be.
Yeah, I felt like Rhiannon that.
And I'm back too. All right.
Welcome back.
So you saw that the morgue room is still there to the north of you.
Yeah. Someone told me about the pillow next to a book. I want to grab the pillow.
Yeah, there's a pillow on the floor. It's fairly intact. It's a bit red, and there's like, what is it, brocade tassels on it. Kind of like gold in color, but it looks like kind of like not a bright gold, like a dull gold, like, you know, marigold kind of color.
I'll take it. Golden pillow.
Well, no, it's a red pillow with the golden with faded gold tassels.
So, as I've been nominated, I'm going to
Yes, you've been
walk up to the
nominated
painting with eyes closed,
you've been nominated as our tribute.
and I
Right.
will take the painting off.
I think Rhiannon
Not,
wants the book.
it's not a painting. It's a mural that's on the wall.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
That's like the thing with the like little stones that look like something, right? Mural. Or am I wrong?
We're just
No.
going to paint it on the wall, basically.
Oh,
Anything that's painted on a wall, it can't be removed. It's
Hmm.
there. It's
Oh.
integrated into the wall. You have to
Okay.
paint over it or something.
what if we
Anyone got
let-
paint?
Fireball.
what if we paint the door?
Paint a door on the wall?
Do any of you have paint?
Looking through.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, blood can be used as paint.
Hey.
Are you going to bleed somebody other than Adler?
Is
I mean,
there a
Adler's blood's
wooden?
drying at this point.
I need a wooden wall, and I can carve a door into the wall.
No,
We have
made of
stone.
stone, sadly.
Oh god. Hmm.
Well, that plan doesn't work.
You're gonna roadrunner it? Is that what you're planning on doing?
Alright,
Well,
well,
does the room with the prayer book have any other doors?
Hold on, let me double check. Start searching the room with a few things. And... yes! And as you're poking around, you find a dusty tapestry. The pillow might not have been dusty, but this tapestry is definitely dusty. And as you touch it, the tapestry falls away, revealing a door. It is made out of ebony wood, and it appears to be unlocked.
Yay! Another door to go through.
A second door.
Can I
We're
take the
not trapped.
tapestry?
What'd you say?
I want to take the dusty tapestry.
Sure. Yeah, they have a dusty tapestry.
There's no Steve tapestry and a pillow. He's got a whole little blankets in it.
listen man.
Alright.
If you're gonna take all of these things, you're getting less out of the treasure in the end.
Alright, so
This is part of your share.
will someone open that door then?
Random quick book.
Rihanna takes the prayer book.
Let's see what you find.
88 lightning damage.
The prayer book was
Don't
trapped.
don't say that. Do not say that sort of thing. You're going to jinx yourself.
I know. That's what I did with the acid trap.
Yeah, you know.
The
Fair.
other one is that. Okay.
Well, at least the enemy that we fought wasn't that bad. Though
Okay,
I'm
that-
almost certain there's something much more stronger than that.
I mean, I think it could have killed us in the right
Oh, phew.
circumstance.
Okay, so you guys open the door and you see a vaguely familiar room. It looks like that one antechamber that happens to have a window on it. There's another door across the way, and looking down into a pit that sacrifices would have been battling each other, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And Rhiannon has now picked up a book and dusted off the cover. It appears to be some kind of religious text.
Ooh, religious
This
texts.
one appears to be offering prayers up to the dead and ways of contacting the dead, perhaps, somewhere in the beyond.
Scary.
The two lizard folk are kind of looking over your shoulder at this, and Nolan says, it seems that some of the rooms just seem to go to each other. They're random. And Raja just nods for agreement.
Hmm.
When I look out of this window down into the pit where they apparently sacrificed or whatever, do I see any doors down in the pit?
No, you just see like bits of old red, some crushed rubble. But
Huh.
we've been in this room before. It's just that it wasn't in this location before.
No.
No, no, no.
Anything interesting there, Rhiannon?
Well, there's some information regarding contacting those that have left us.
Right. Make sure
Okay.
to contact me when I'm gone.
New ghost, who dis?
Alright, what's up?
Do I recognize like any specific deity it is based to?
It's not exactly to face to a specific deity, more like, just contacting prayers to various gods of death that to take care of the dead and watch over them, prayers to allow contact with the dead, that sort of stuff. It doesn't need to be a text devoted to a specific deity, just a death in general, but not in a we celebrate death, we want more death, we celebrate death because somebody's life is now over and we wish to wish them off to the afterlife, that sort of thing.
I'm gonna just investigate this sacrificial room, see if I notice anything of interest. That's either different or something. Just something interesting.
It looks the same as when you last saw it, coming the other direction, and it just seems like people would have sat up here at one point, throwing people down into that pit below and having them fight each other, is what the vibe kind of gives off.
So are we in another dead end?
No, there's another door across the way. It's the one you've been through this room before. It had two
Right.
ways, but it's just that
Crossed
the
over.
doors are done different. Yes.
It was connected to the chapel that was oddly bare, and the bathing room, which was also
Right.
the bathing room was connected to the teleport circle.
The baby room to the knee bone. Got it.
I wanted to do that joke as well.
So shall we see if that door leads to
The library. Probably.
should?
Why not? Let's see. I open the door.
Hold on a second.
John is going first.
Yep.
You're so
Because that's
eager.
never a bad thing.
Are you checking to see if you die? Or not?
Nope.
No, I like surprises.
He's
walk
forgotten
in
what happened last
and-
night.
You've once again discovered that what looks like a converted barracks that had went from being a guard room or sorry, not a barracks. Sorry, went from being a guard room into being a makeshift barracks rooms with various straw cots and everything like that. The one that used to be connected to a preparation for burial room and the trophy chamber.
Huh.
So now there's another door across the way.
So
Well,
we've been here before.
yes. Right? I believe so.
Wait, you said a interment room?
That's the one that used to be there. It's no longer there. But there used to be an interment preparation room, yes. Attached to this room.
Well,
Let's
Check the
open
other
the
door.
door.
I go to the next door.
I mean, we only have 2 hours until all this shit changes again.
Yeah, I might as well hurry.
Yeah.
Okay. We have this. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Ooh, that's even more interesting.
No.
I like interesting.
I don't.
Oh, die.
Hit me.
Alright, let's
Gets hit by a
see
rock.
that.
I'll hold.
No, I just need to roll something to find out which one.
Like hit
Ah.
me. The door hits you.
This room
Point blank check.
smells awful. As soon as you walk in, it's like your nose is assaulted with horrible,
it smells like Willy.
sulfurous, and methanol odors. Definitely used as a bathing room. Everybody roll perception.
Let's
I wish
see.
I had,
I,
nope.
I am
I don't see anything.
perceptive with a +2. But I
But
Rhiannon
drunk is-
and John, you, while this room looks like if there's anything else in this room before, that it's all gone except for the, the remnants of people's business. But you guys notice something different in this room. Hold on.
Oh, is there a Minotaur in here?
We found the Minotaur.
No.
The Minotaur.
Let me find it.
The mini Minotaur.
The Tartarus was.
It's like 2 feet tall.
Oh, I've thought of another way we might get out.
Explosions?
No. Explosions
Yeah.
probably won't work.
Yeah.
I do have a bunch of spells I'm learning. I could eventually, if we're down long enough, I might find a way out.
I wonder if I say some prayers in this book, if I can contact the man who used it.
That'll completely unbalance the game. Hold on. Let me reroll this.
Oh.
Oh.
That sounded nice.
In balance
sounded
it for
nice.
the good or for the bad?
Good.
From
most
our
likely.
perspective.
It's, and I didn't that. Basically, I actually rolled up the deck of many things again. It's like, there's no way I'm giving you that. The last couple times any party has received a deck of many things, the game is ended. I am not doing that again.
Well, you know.
I was just about to joke. In the pile of shit. many things. Who the fuck ate that?
Fuck
Maybe that's one of the cards you have to eat the deck.
Ooh, I know what it is.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, we
Roll one more die, and I'll ask for you.
we find
Okay.
something in the shit pile. Oh.
Yeah. The two of you notice some kind of stone sticking out of a pile in the middle of the room, and it is kind of this does not fit with anything else that's in here.
Oh, that looks interesting.
So walk up to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to it.
Better question is, where the hell is it in this in friggin' book, or is that a? Definitely, it starts with that. Where the frig is the? Sorry, when I'm looking up something in the thing and it doesn't. Oh, that's because it's probably in the player's handbook. Sorry, the DM's guide. Never mind. Give me 1 second.
You might be able to find it if you type it in Roll20 as well.
Yeah, because if it's not in Xanathar's guide, then it's there. I can type it into the compendium and find it.
Mm-hmm.
The Xanathar's guide isn't in here, but this one is. Ah, here we go.
Ooh.
Let's see what it looks like. It doesn't show a picture, but okay. So each of them have a. Yeah. So
Oh.
you see a small stone of pale lavender sticking partly out of a pile.
Oh, iron stones.
That's pretty stone.
They're
She
dope.
picks it up.
Okay, Ryan picks up the stone, and it's some sort of ellipsoid, and it's pretty, and the shit just kind of falls off of it in clumps.
Ooh, shiny stone.
Do you know what it does?
Let's find out.
It needs attunement. Alright, so you cast Identify on it, and you realize that it is an Ion Stone of Absorption.
Okay, you had me at absorption. the fuck does that do?
Ooh, it's very rare. That
Reaction.
doesn't-
Cancels. Okay. Okay, so it has limited uses, but okay.
Yeah, it's not as campaign breaking as some of those other items that so it's like, no, I have to take a step back and
Oh, that's
submit
good.
to the items that I know he found, that I know Darius found at some point.
Ooh.
Well then.
So what are we
Right,
gonna
this-
do?
This is what Rhiannon now has in her possession.
So the rest of us are just walking, looking at you guys, pretty stoned out of shit.
Yeah.
Her eyes get very, very wide, and
Oh,
I
wow.
relate to the party. This is very, very powerful and may be able to stop some things against us. It has limited use, but it might be very good for somebody who might be a little squishy, and just hands out her hand to the party.
Oh. Finders keepers.
I have things I can. The spells I cast that are reactive. So
So basically, you have 20 little dots on it that you can use to cancel out levels of spells.
So you could cancel out 5 4-level spells.
Yes, you
20
can
versus-
cancel.
Or 2 9th level spells and 1 2nd level spell.
no, it's just 4 for lower.
Oh, 4 or lower. Still good.
Yeah, 4th level spells are not to fucking trifle with.
Yeah, at least not
Mhm.
at our level.
There's also a fireball. I mean, I do have this amulet. I don't know if. I mean, I wouldn't.
I am completely selfless. I'd rather other people have things other than myself. But if you think it would be best in my hands, I would be happy to take it.
I mean, keep the healer alive, right?
Yes, I believe it would be
I'm
very useful.
technically a healer.
You also have to think about the
It
fact
does-
that it can only cancel spells targeted
Only
at
you.
Yeah.
So who's most likely to get targeted by spellcasters? Because I think me and Admiral are probably gonna be fighting frontliners all the time. So I don't think spellcasters are gonna care about us too much. Then again, they might.
I
So
feel
are
like
you guys all hanging out in the shit room?
Yeah, it smells very
We're all talking about who's going to have the stone, apparently.
Yeah, and not only that, you did a ritual. So that's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright.
10
So
minutes.
right now your nose is probably like set up with it. The 2 lizard folk are kind of like standing over here in the doorway, and Rhiannon's probably the deepest in the room, and John's probably next to her.
I say give it to Rhiannon, because if she goes down, we're probably all fucked.
Yeah.
agreed. I have tendency of being lucky, so
Yeah, and I don't think clerics have much reaction spells anyway, so reactions shouldn't be used up most of the time.
Yeah, I don't have any reactions
Yeah.
Right, you have the stone.
right
then.
now.
So the 2 lizard folk make this weird whistling noise and both say in unison, "Something's coming, guys,"
Oh.
and kind of point your attention back
I think
down
turn,
the rooms.
I turn,
I
and turn around
run
and
to the
say,
doorway.
shit!
and oh hi.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh!
They might not be aggressive. They're not attacking yet.
Crossbow out.
Oh.
I have one.
Three wraiths come stepping into the next room, behind you,
Greetings.
which is what is it? No, it's the converted guard room. Your current some of you are still standing in while others are in the latrine.
Would they dare enter the latrine?
They're raves, they would probably. They wouldn't really care.
Do you have another note, bro?
The one in front kind of seems to stop and flicker for a moment, and you hear a voice whispering to the air saying, "Note."
Yes.
What kind of note?
I don't. I got paper. Paper note.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh goody.
Oh no.
Let's have the man with 2 persuasion. Hey!
Wait, that's not too bad.
The race kind of tilts its head some. Yes. And as they start to fade away, a note appears in your, kind of drifts down from the ceiling and kind of falls into your hands, John.
Oh. See? We talk and we get paper with words on it.
Okay, you have.
What did it say?
Okay. What's on it?
I look at the note slowly.
It's a spoon.
The note comes to life and kills you.
Note is actually a tiny mimic.
Is this note A?
Yes, this is note 8, sorry.
Because it says, I can't take the whispers.
Oh, that's insightful.
Oh, well.
So it doesn't like whispering, so everyone yell.
Now that you said that, it's time to. Sorry about this. To be honest, since you're not the one that was asking about this, but you feel a shift in your pocket along that one book that you just picked up a little while ago, Rhiannon.
Me?
Yes. That religious text. You were playing with it,
Pull out the book.
and there's something in between the pages.
I open the pages.
I'm just watching her.
And
Oh no.
Just watch.
whap.
Oh no.
I think the pseudopod seeps out. It's one of the pages is actually a map mimic.
Ah, fuck me.
What the fuck?
As soon as you mentioned the mimic, the mimic is like, oh yeah,
I'm
I've got
sorry.
map mimics.
I'm sorry.
I mentioned the mimic, I'm sorry.
Oh.
This is why we don't mention mimics.
This is why it's dangerous to mention mimics. Where
Yeah,
that's like,
I'll-
okay,
I'll
battle
save.
time. No, you guys talked me out of that. Somebody talked about a mimic. Oh yeah, I've got mimics hiding around.
Oof.
This is one of the pieces of paper in the book. The whole book is not a mimic. It's just one of the pieces of paper in that book is a mimic.
Are the bookworms at a disadvantage at that?
No, it has defiled a book by being inside of it. It must die.
It must die.
It's not-
Though if I
it's
could
not
live
desperate
inside a
sacred
book.
text.
Wait, how many mimics are in the book?
Just the one.
Every page.
Oh,
Jesus.
There
Don't
are
say
thousands.
that. She might get ideas.
No, I know. I'm terrible.
And
Like
it's kind of
Korean
stuck to Rhiannon's face because it shot out pseudopod right at her.
I'll walk up to it, then I'll try to rip it from her face, I guess. Without tearing her face off, hopefully. Do I need to roll anything? Make an attack roll?
You have to make some sort of grapple check, which, let's see, in 5th edition is a strength roll, I believe.
Athletics, woo! 13 isn't too bad, isn't great.
Let's
It's
see.
paper.
That's to her face, technically. see.
I mean, I
Ah,
don't know
yes,
if
that
that's the
actually meets the the escape DC. So let that happen. It pulls up from Rhiannon's face. She doesn't take any further damage. It's the original 5 that she already took. And you're now holding the book in your hands with the pseudopod pushing out of one of the pages.
I'll take my second hand and try to rip it. For 7 damage.
Alright. You also succeed in damaging the book.
I don't care.
Oh my god.
Poor
Another.
bookworms.
You're surrounded by enemies.
No, you still at me. I'm not an enemy. I don't care about the book.
I mean, I can rip it. Nah, that's gonna be my action. That's everything. My action.
That's-
Rip, and everybody hears the ripping of the as the acidic mimic just kind of like is trying to grip onto the book's bindings terribly, and he rips it down along with a couple other pages, and he's now holding the ripped book in one hand and the mimic in the other.
Well, honestly, that's a better situation than what I would have done. I would have stabbed my
Well,
long sword straight through the book.
as much as I don't like you ripping the book, at least now I don't have to worry about damaging the book. I cast
You
Firebolt.
have to worry about damaging William. Because William is holding the book. He's holding.
There's effect tactics. I'm gonna go over here so I have a better shot, and I'm going to attack.
Oh,
I ignore natural ones.
Oh.
oh yes.
I ignore the first natural one because I'm lucky.
Guys,
Oh, that's true. That's true. No, that's true.
you just kind of made the room explode. That's a fire damage spell. It just surrounded by methane.
Well, Johnny is a halfling, so he could just no.
Luckily, he is lucky.
Okay, so Sunday, you're standing in the doorway to the latrine. William, Rhiannon, and John, you're all kind of clustered inside the latrine.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Adler, Nolan, and Raja are all safe. Sunday, you take half damage if you miss your DC. Because you're inside the doorway.
I'm standing
go.
directly on top of a pile of shit.
But
Yes, methane. Methane.
I'm
Wait,
Nope, I'm
oh
not
no,
gonna
that's
say
not
anything.
targeting me. Shit. Never mind.
Don't worry, I'm sure we can do something.
Takes 40
Yeah, well, we
points of
but
damage.
wait. What happened?
Fire.
Don't worry.
Yeah, it basically it just ignited a huge fireball in the middle of a
Oh.
the
All
middle
pouring
of a
wine.
latrine.
Oh. Okay, so the
Methane. I established the methane. Okay, save DC is 15. Sunday, if you make the save DC, you don't take any damage. William, Rhiannon, and John, half damage. It is dexterity based.
Okay.
And the
Sunday's fine.
Come on, William, be a drunken monk.
Huzzah! All according to plan.
William.
And all my I die and all my flats leak, and then they catch fire as well. Oh, it's
That's only-
29.
It's not as dangerous as I feared. Anybody who missed the target they see takes 9 damage. Those of you who are inside the room, if you got your take half, except for Rhiannon, who somehow managed to dive directly out the door.
I'm gonna throw this mimic.
So I
at
take
my
4
mimic
damage, I assume, right? You said?
Yes, you take 4 damage after igniting that fireball.
I still
From
take 4
William.
damage though, right?
No, you don't. You managed to dive right through the door before the flame. As soon as you basically saw John saying "Firebolt," you realized what was about to happen and dived through the door right
Does
through Adler's.
the mimic also have to make this dexterity saving throw?
The mimic immediately fails because it's being held by William. Prone.
All according to plan.
This is like a makeshift.
Oh,
fire-
and it also takes. Yeah, it doesn't take deep. Okay, that's ironic. I just realized I rolled a 9, which is about exactly what John rolled for damage.
Hooray! Because it's a 22 to hit. Oh, according to plan.
The luck of the halfling.
But now William's hair is all smoking. John, your eyebrows are gone, but you're otherwise okay.
Imagine if Grizz actually rolled really good on that damage.
Yes.
Oh.
That would
Would
be
be
really
perfect.
bad.
I would have been fine. I would have survived with 1 HP if it was max.
And then you only
Yeah.
die by mimic.
Well, at least there's no more methane. Because I burned it all away.
Yes, that is true. You did burn up the methane.
Does that mean
You're
this
on it.
bad smell is gone?
Well, some of the, the slightly sulfurous and smell. No, say what is it? Yeah, pretty much the the methane smell's gone. There's still some other bad odors, but the main one, which is based on methane, is gone.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
how good can burnt poop be? I don't think it can smell good.
No.
Yeah, but you guys are kind of nose blind since you've been there for a while, and some of you got on fire, so.
I'm fine.
She'll go ahead and just do Sacred Flame, and she'll, while she does that, she'll lean over to John and just be like, "No more fire."
She,
Oh,
That worked.
by the way, John,
Yes?
the book that William was holding in his other hand didn't make it. It burned up.
And I blame the mimic, and I will make it burn in 1,000 suns.
So the prayer book's dead.
Yeah, the third book's been destroyed.
Did I get 10 XP for that? Just fuck.
Ever.
well, I
XP
only
for killing a book.
really have one course of action. And that's,
Stab it.
yeah.
Don't throw a natural 1 and chop my
Don't
hand
worry.
off.
William, roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you make sure your hand is safe as he's chopping right now. Actually, you have to be more worried about natural 20s when it comes to that. Natural 1s means he misses you completely, but natural 20, that would mean he's moving the blade down so fast that it cuts through not only the mimic but your hand. So you don't want a natural 20 when it comes to that sort of thing. So you manage to get your hand out of the way as he's chopping the mimic, even though the mimic is still partly attached to your hand. So the mimic now takes 9 damage.
And now it's gonna eat my hand probably. That's good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there I am.
You know those, the paddle balls? That's what I'm picturing right now. The mimic's just the ball and stabbed to his hand. Fucking mimics.
Oh, that's great. It's,
Poor damaging.
it's Steve now into my hand.
Nolan kind of like peeks in there and it kind of looks over at Raja and says, "This is not a good thing to attempt. Let them handle it." And Raja nods in agreement. Sunday.
I look back at them. Really? You're not gonna help?
Nolan kind of points, kind of gestures with his 2 weapons and says, "If I use them against that thing, I will only be hurting William." And Raja says, "Any spell that I might use against it would also hurt William, possibly more." And she kind of looks over towards John with a knowing look.
Oh, yeah, just look at it. Good thing.
It all
nothing
went
can go
well.
wrong. Nothing can go wrong with a whip.
Everything went perfectly fine. My plan worked accordingly.
And the whip misses.
Damn it!
Nothing can go wrong. Technically, you missed. That's
John, you were attempting to destroy the book?
The room didn't explode though.
good.
No,
point.
I
We're all
guess
alive.
I guess I'm gonna punch my own hand now. That's
You missed your
And
hand.
you missed the mimic.
It's like you're trying to give yourself a high five.
I'm
I don't
gonna
know which hand to aim for.
I'm gonna try to high five myself again, I guess.
Smack. Smack right into it.
You got the right hand this
Take
time.
7 damage. It squeals. And some sort of weird fit in design kind of looks onto its skin as it dies. But it just seems to go in circles and corkscrews before everything just goes blank on the thing and it just kind of crumbles out of William's hand.
Oh my god.
That was interesting.
We're all alive.
That was very interesting to watch. Especially seeing William fail high-fiving.
I'm gonna look actually at John for burning me.
You survived.
Yes, but the book.
I knew you would.
But the book.
Well,
Of course you only care about that book.
we will mourn it later.
Should I heal myself?
Physician, heal thyself.
Do short rest.
Yeah, but then we lose an hour, and then the doors are gonna change. I don't want to do. I'm fine. I'm
Well, if
fine.
we're gonna short rest, let's short rest outside of the tree.
Let's
Yeah.
not short
Let's get out of
rest.
the burn
In the,
ship room.
in the converted guard room, which has been turned into barracks, where there's some straw beds.
I mean, let's
That's
just
a place
keep
to rest.
going.
But,
think we're
let's
fine.
keep going.
I gotcha. No,
have a-
so
We kind of
so
have a
do
time
your
limit.
ones.
Well, to be fair, at this point, Raja perks up with, right now, there's no other ways to go. All the other paths have been blocked off.
Let's just go and find a door and close it and open it.
I thank her for healing me. Alright, let's keep going.
So, with that thing, she reaches over towards the door and begins to close it. The one from the converted guard room to the antechamber watching the arena.
Yeah.
Alright?
How long should we wait? She says, looking back at the group.
Try to open it immediately.
Yeah, let's try
Yeah,
to do it immediately.
She opens it and reveals just the antechamber once more.
I guess we'll have
Well,
to...
the arena, the death pit arena, sacrificial place ante room, not the other ante room.
I think it just changes every 2 hours. Why don't we just keep the door open and see what happens? Right? Because they change anyway if the door's open or closed. If we keep it open, we can kind of see how it changes.
Alright. That's...
So you're gonna take a short rest until the 2 hours are up.
That will work.
Pretty
I mean, I use
much.
my
I mean,
recovery.
Just for watching
Basically,
the door.
I just wasted a spell slot then.
I just...
Yeah, I didn't know we had nowhere else to go.
No.
Yeah, neither did I.
I did.
But just watching the
So-
Whatever.
door, leave it open, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, should we make it a nightmare for the DM and all go into different rooms?
Not it won't be a nightmare for her. That'd probably be a dream situation because we'd be really split the fuck up.
Yeah,
Never split the party. Never mind. You can split the party if you want.
Always bring the
Uh,
body.
Another idea of how we can get out is, have you guys seen Maze Runner?
No.
Nope.
So basically, they're in the middle of a circle, and the rest of the rooms are in a circular pattern, and it just rotates. So if we stay in one room, eventually we should rotate to the outside.
we don't know how this works though. That's why we're going to
Yeah.
watch to
That-
see
yeah,
what
that's
I
happens.
watch intently.
But Maze Runner does not exist in character. How much of that are you saying in character versus out of character?
I'm saying maybe we're in like this. You know how you have like these like hard puzzles that you get as a child to learn shit, right? Where you need to get like the car out of the other cars, right? But then in the like the sheep, like you have this black sheep, and then you have like these camels and other sheep that are in like the way, and you can't go straight. It's kind
Roger
of
begins to
fun.
nod at that. As we have a younger sister who is quite fond of such things, but of course she is the smartest of our family.
It might be some kind of maze like that.
Well, let's just watch this and see what happens.
I
Okay.
watch and I sit right, like 5 feet away from the door and just sit there and watch.
Adler will also do that.
Okay, so there's both doors. Are you looking? Which way are you looking? Towards the latrine or towards the
I'm looking away from the
sacrifice
latrine.
interface?
Away from the
Okay.
train.
The sacrifice.
Is anybody watching the sacrifice door?
Yeah,
I am.
I mean, sorry, the latrine door. So is anybody watching
actually,
the latrine door?
I should probably look at the.
I can.
Okay. You will.
Okay. So 2 hours go by. You guys get a nice short rest in there, and you begin to hear far off the grinding noise again. But nothing seems to be happening to the rooms on the immediately on either side of you.
Huh.
Huh.
I guess if we go that way, we will see that something changed, probably, seeing we heard something.
Well, that,
Well, real quick.
that's strange, though. Why didn't it change?
I mean, it might just change one layer at a time. Like,
It also might know where people are and not change too close to them.
That means we, in theory, we could keep a long chain of rooms locked
But if
up.
it's wrong, then we will get split up. Really badly.
That's why I said in theory.
We have no proof. Is that it? I don't really want to test that theory.
Alright, well, shall we start heading back the way we came? And see what changed?
I mean, we can't just wait here for 2 other hours. Might as well go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Actually, I'll be right back. I
By
gotta...
the way, I also used my Arcane Recovery to get a second level spell slot back.
I mean, I'll use a hit die. Might as well get the food.
Just for funsies. Would I be insightful enough to deduce what is going on with the changing of the rooms, giving the timing, us not seeing anything with being in this castle, and from my readings?
And
All
then
right,
what-
roll a investigate. Let's see, investigation or history, or just a straight intelligence check.
I'd like to roll an investigation on that as well, because John's curious.
Me too.
Okay, so I'll do
History,
history, and then it's gonna be, oh fuck me, it's 13.
Yeah, fuck me.
Rhiannon and Sunday, as far as you're concerned, somehow these things are spinning on some kind of clockwork arrangement. Just, some sort of clockwork, changing the rooms around, sorting them through at some points, rotating them perhaps. Like, there's a bunch of rooms scattered around and you're just kind of like going through the maze. Kind of like some of those really fancy toys talked about. John, on the other hand, well, you thought about that at first. That occurred to you. It doesn't make any sense because that wouldn't explain why things would be in the state that they're in. While some things were still, fresh and other things were completely destroyed. Things were not like scattered about as they would be if the rooms were physically rotating. Your theory, because of what's in your head, is that somehow things are moving interdimensionally.
John's eyes kind of go wide, and he turns to the rest of the party with this wide grin.
What is it?
Interdimensional. Think about it. The states of the rooms, they don't match up. If it was clockwork, they would still all be in the same state. Like, some were newer, some were broken, some weren't. If it's interdimensional, they can be in different states because they were in different places. Which
Okay.
means we might not be on the material plane.
So is there a way
See,
to...
the two lizard folk kind of nod enthusiastically and say, this would explain the architectural differences. And then they look at each other and say, and Roger says, our younger sister would have also loved that idea. She studies interdimensional type stuff, so it kind of goes way over our heads.
So maybe the clockwork, that the sound we're hearing, is the device that's shifting things in that regard. but not
But
physically moving.
how do we get there then?
I have no idea.
What, do we just keep trying doors until it eventually leads to...
Well, if it's part of the rooms that are being moved around, eventually we would hit it. If it's not, I feel like the library has more to do with it because everything leads to the library. Why would everything lead to the library?
Could the device be hidden in the library?
Okay.
Possible. Or underneath. Or it could be a room we just never seen. Because I have two ideas. One, the library is the core, and that's where everything is happening from. Or two, because he kept the library separate, the library is not affected by this movement, and everything's moving around it.
Hmm. But either way, we should try and make our way back to the library then.
Yeah, that would probably, if we have a path now, that is. All right. Stands up. We all ready?
I guess.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Oh, did you attune to the Ion Stone? Because you could have.
Yeah,
I did my stone.
Yeah, I would imagine. A short rest.
Alright.
So this is floating around her head.
Just orbiting
Kind
her
of like
head.
the sun's.
She kind of like pokes it as it like goes around every time.
What do you think of Binding of Isaac? Like, you know, the random item pickups, and sometimes there's things that float around your head.
There you go.
Right, shall we go...
Well, the tree didn't change, so that's
we
a dead
have-
end.
So we only have one way to go.
Well, there you go. I walk forward.
You walk into the, the expected anti-chamber for the arena, and find yourselves finally past that, back into the library.
I have found the library.
Huh.
Wow.
That was a bit easier than I thought it would be.
You're a genius.
I thought we-
Okay. Well, we can try to find something in here and see if that might rule out being the core.
Did you just do a big search of this room when you first entered?
Well, we
Only
looked.
to look for books. That's
We
the
didn't-
only thing.
Yeah, we didn't check for hidden
Looking
areas.
for books? Are you...
Quick question: did we enter through the same door we came into?
Yep.
We left through. All right.
Well, what do I make sense because it went from east, so of course it has to line to the west door.
I'm gonna check on the acid pit door. Why not?
I'm
Really?
gonna look for any hidden door,
Yeah.
anything hidden in this room.
I'm also gonna
Yeah.
When you
look
open that door, you see some kind of storage room that's current condition is, just looks like it's been disrupted. Things have been, tossed all about. Nothing more to see there. Was just poking your head in, and it otherwise seems very empty.
Is there a door?
No, it's the only thing there on that side.
Dead end.
So looking around, I guess some investigation for something hidden.
Sure.
Let me check this
Oh,
I
out.
don't
nice.
see anything.
Alright.
Glad
I'm
you
doing
did.
the same thing.
I like how they're both 19s. It makes
On
me
and
happy.
Sunday. Roll me a saving throw, please.
Wait,
What?
what?
Wisdom saving throw, please. John and
Ow.
Sunday.
Okay, I can do this.
I'm almost glad I didn't roll high then.
Okay. Adler, roll perception check for me, please.
Oh no. I'm bad at these.
Adler, as you're looking around, you happen to notice that Sunday, while he's looking around, one of his, both of his hands seem to be occupied. He seems to be writing something in a notebook, but he doesn't seem to be noticing he's writing anything in a notebook.
I'm gonna come up to him and try and have a look at what he's writing.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please, Adler.
Oh. There you go.
Yeah, this seems to be nonsense. Just like, random symbols, random words like yellow or door or 14. Just in random patterns.
Sunday,
am-
are you okay?
Am
Can
I
I
okay?
shake him?
Sunday, because it probably will come as some kind of surprise that you were writing anything. You didn't feel it.
Huh.
You find anything?
Huh.
What's going on over there?
I'm writing.
This
I don't know what I'm writing.
might be a problem.
So just random things that I've written down.
You
Yeah,
know,
we'll go
you know
over.
what? I'm very. No, I shouldn't do it. Not until I'm certain.
I want to see if I can make sense of.
Why are you writing down the word yellow?
You never know when we might need that.
Do the scribblings sound look very disjointedly
word
familiar?
Yeah, the word symbols that you wrote down before look exactly like the word symbols that he wrote down, but he also has written some random words.
Why did I write down potatoes?
Grocery list?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
maybe.
there's clearly something
There's something here.
here.
There is.
I feel like it's like some sort of code, something in the random. Are there any similarities between what you two wrote?
Let me come up with my notes. I couldn't deduce anything. Everything I wrote was gibberish in a language I didn't understand.
Maybe. Was,
Maybe it's getting stronger?
was it written in language, like an actual language, though?
Yeah, I'm going through my notes real quick. One sec.
So I'm just gonna walk over to this pile of books and put them back on the bookshelf. 'Cause it bothers him.
This is the best library shop I could find. It comes with random stuff in it.
I'm gonna keep a close eye on him.
You're not gonna help me?
No!
I'm gonna ask
I'm
if
not
After
worried.
doesn't know anything about books. He's partly he's partly illiterate. Possibly fully illiterate. Who knows?
I'm not illiterate. My guy needs to read to do noble stuff. So, I can't be illiterate.
if anyone here would be, it
I was
would be
making a
William,
joke.
and he is not. I think nah, he's not illiterate.
And also,
He shouldn't be.
So
yes?
the stuff in the book I just have written. It was a language that I didn't understand, and I know a shit ton of languages. So it's not those.
It could
I'll
be
take a look at it.
Orcish. I want to know if it's Orc. Yeah, I want to have a look at it, just in case I know the language.
Is it?
What language is this each of you know?
I think we deduced it was infernal because none of us spoke infernal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it primordial? That's the only one that isn't in that list.
I know celestial, halfling,
I know orc.
goblin. I don't think
That
it's
doesn't
goblin.
appear to be any of those, no.
Maybe someone should have taken comprehend languages when we
Yeah, I
took
think
My,
we
one.
talked
I
about that
believe
last
my
time.
brother knows. Would probably be able to know what's written on that.
Oh, well, goody then. We'll just leave this place and go and ask brother.
No, at least we have an objective when we leave this place.
I feel like that might be needed to leave the place.
Well, then
I'm
it's
going
screwed.
to-
Oh, I'm gonna look for a book from Infernal to Common Translations.
Ooh, good one.
Ooh.
Roll investigation.
Can I assist?
Yes. Nice.
So, advantage.
Advantage. Go on.
Well, it doesn't have to be Infernal to Common. It could be Infernal to any language we know.
Infernal to Celestial.
Infernal to Draconic. Or Orc.
Goblin.
William fails to find any infernal language book that would teach infernal.
I'm gonna try something crazy. I'm gonna take my notebook, and I'm gonna take a pen, and I'm just gonna try to let whatever's happening happen. Whatever happened to Sunday.
Okay. After you stand there for a minute, your hand you start writing back and forth, writing more of those strange symbols and other words along. Rainbow, astral, chip, clock.
It seems like whatever's possessing you is learning. Or trying to learn.
And John, while you were doing that, you also just kind of thought you heard a whispering noise in your ears, but the two lizard folk who are nearby don't seem to hear it at all.
Yeah, didn't you all hear whispering before? Like, go to
Yes.
the library.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I heard whispering, and I wrote rainbow, astral, ship, clock.
There was somebody who offered me to come back.
Chip, not ship. Chip. CHIP.
Chip clock.
Oh.
I'm gonna look for a book on rainbows.
I'm gonna look
I
for
feel like
books
some of these
Roll
words are not.
Investigation.
An astral clock?
Astral clock.
I'm gonna-
Wait.
The words. The words we can read.
Rainbow. And
I know we had a yellow.
Sunday,
yellow
you said
door.
yellow and door, right?
Door. I have it in my book here, written down. Can't remember it was. Door and something else.
I remember the color yellow.
That was
14. 14.
14, yes. Door and 14.
Maybe we have to go to 14 doors. Where?
Even-
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The three of you who are sitting there comparing notes, roll me a with saving throw, please.
Oh.
Someone is possessed.
Don't worry, guys. I'm very meek.
Just ready for yawning.
I rolled 24.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking. Everyone else, the other two had said two, so I didn't notice yours for some reason. Okay, sorry. So the other John, the whisperers seem to have gone. You didn't even notice when they finished talking to you. Sunday, you on the other hand, you're hearing loud, echoey, whispering type noises inside your ears, if such a thing is possible. Basically, whispering in the sense that you can't make out a word that's being said to you, at least on a fully conscious level, but on some sort of subconscious level, your brain is translating it, and you're attempting to write it down without your conscious brain acknowledging this, and it's just very loud, and it seems like it's going to drive you crazy if you can't make it out. possibly drive you crazy if you do.
I will focus all my might to write it down.
I can't stand the whispers.
Meanwhile, I'm just going.
I think he needs a drink.
Our
So
two notes are
focus in on Sunday, and Roger says, "What's happening? What's wrong?"
The 2 notes. It all leads back to the library, and I can't stand the whispers.
I'm gonna walk up to him and slap him in the face. So what are you doing? Wake up!
Writing.
What is he writing? Please don't tell me you're writing in some sort of weird language.
These words don't make sense.
They never do.
Gotta be a meaning behind at least some of them.
I'm just like shouting at fire, picnic, wind, cosmic.
So someone is farting at a cosmic picnic. Alright.
Fire, wind.
Fire, picnic, wind, cosmic. Fire, picnic, wind, cosmic.
Huh.
Hmm.
Can someone try and snap him out of it?
I tried. I slapped him in the face.
I can. I.
Alright, so we're writing all these words on.
I
All these words.
I don't think this is gonna work. I can put my hands on him and cast something, but I don't think it's. I need greater restoration, not lesser.
I'm gonna try to shock him out of it by doing warning flare right in front of his eyes. So he gets like a flash of bright light in his eyes. Does that work? Probably not.
Roll a wisdom saving throw, please, Sunday.
We could take him out of here. Maybe that'll help.
Yet, to try and push him out
Fire.
of here.
Picnic, wind, cosmic.
Oh, Sunday, roll a 1d100 for me.
Just write those down so we have those.
So we have rainbow, astral, chip, clock, yellow, door, fire, cosmic, wind, picnic. Alright.
Roll a 1d10.
None of these
Uh-oh.
make sense at the moment.
That's not good.
Fire, wind,
I
cosmic.
think we're focusing on something that doesn't mean anything.
Probably.
But I don't
For the
know
ne-
for sure.
For the next hour, Sunday, you were afflicted with a short-term madness. You were incapacitated, screaming, laughing, or weeping. Which is essentially what you're already doing, so perfect roll.
Alright.
I think we need to get him out of the room.
Alright, I want
So
to
wait,
test something, so... Excuse me. So,
Yeah.
you started... Everything started here.
I
Around
think
the
it's
desk.
the
You
room.
sort of started writing here.
And it only affects people holding a book.
Does it though?
I mean,
And it didn't affect me at first.
I'm very willful.
I'm going to attempt to drag Sunday.
I don't think Sunday is protesting at all. He's kind of wrapped up in his own madness.
Yeah.
This is this image of a short, 3-foot tall man dragging another person, screaming numbers and letters.
Picnic.
Cosmic!
Rhiannon will help.
Fire,
I'm gonna-
wind, fire.
I'm gonna sit down on this chair that's here.
Oh, I think we need to get him out of the room.
Yeah, do that.
I don't think that's gonna help, but there's only one pathway we haven't been. I mean, the other one leads to a room. with
Yeah,
no
we haven't
doors.
checked that one.
I'll run over and check it real quick to make sure it's safe. Because we need to get him out of this room, I think.
20 zombies pour into the library.
Don't worry.
No.
Sunday, we'll use him as a human shield.
They might think he's bored of them, seeing he's just stumbling and screaming. Kind of sound like.
You look out, or you see probably one of your least favorite rooms. The one that's been half buried under rubble and has an acid pit below it. It is now on that door. There's still a closed vault with three of those little spinning dials with like numbers on them across from that.
Oh,
14 might be a number.
1-4, and then something that has to do with Fire Cosmic Wind Panic or Rainbow Astro Chip Clock Yellow. Yellow door. Yellow door.
What's the color of the vault door?
It's not yellow. It's just kind of a steel vault door, with kind of like that color. But
Is there
it's
any way to-
definitely each of the dials has a separate number on it.
I haven't done.
Is there a way to get to the door without falling in the pit?
Well-
Yes, because it only half collapsed because the trap is old, but there's now there's more rubble there now.
I don't.
However, you can probably use that with a good dexterity check to get across. However,
I
you
just-
can still slip in and kick the acid pit.
I'm
Crawl
gonna.
I don't
across the
believe I've
ground.
done this for a while, so I'm gonna actually divine sense.
I'm gonna try to
why can't I?
keep Sundry up
I'm gonna
to
use
speed.
divine
What are you gonna
sense.
do with the divine sense?
Just
Ooh,
divine
ooh.
sense.
Adler, your nose just kind of fills up with the stench of undeath all around you. Somewhere in this library, there's something lurking that's undead.
Okay, that's good to note. So some undead around. Where, at this point in time, where would it be? Like, because I can sense the location of it.
Currently, it's over towards Sunday.
Oh, you frick. Alright. You know what? Get here.
Do you say anything about this?
Okay. No, I don't. Though, I am going to try casting Protection from Evil and Good on Sunday.
Alright.
If he's possessed already, his advantage and save throws and throw. Seeing that, I'm now kind of wandering over here.
He did make a deal. Didn't he? He made a deal to find the library.
What?
Was it a deal or did he just ask? I don't.
Whenever I was posed, it was I can give you this, but you can't do that. So I consider that some sort of a deal, and devils love dealing in some sort of contract.
No, it's an undeadly power.
Okay.
Still,
That much I know.
to be honest, this might be abyssal related. I don't know. I know enough about the abyss to verify that.
So what do you wish to do? Adler has discovered that there's something undead that isn't seen somewhere around Sunday. He's used that knowledge to cast a spell on Sunday, though nothing seems to have happened. Sunday is still screaming, babbling, laughing, crying.
And after I do that, I'll try and shake him out of it.
How do you attempt to do this?
Literally shake him.
Suddenly you're being you're in the middle of a bit of madness and you're being shaken. What is your response?
I'm basically picnic.
So, John's like, Alright. What is going on, sir?
Do your best to try and snap him out of this.
What is
Just do
going
anything.
on, no?
I don't care what you do.
Sunday,
Even
Sunday, look at this.
even if you
Snap
have
out
to
of it,
hit
or
him.
I'll burn a book.
Fire.
That didn't help.
The second
Fire wind.
the second he has any chance of resisting this, he most likely will snap out of it. Ooh.
If it's undead, can you turn?
You can.
Because I can't see it, so I can't do anything.
We
I
can't.
can try it.
It's
I don't know
invisible.
if I'll...
Whatever it is.
Can hear me. It doesn't have to just be sight. So yeah, I'll turn undead. I'll channel divinity.
Okay. What's the DC on the wisdom saving throw?
15?
What'd you say?
15? I
15
believe.
or 16?
1-5.
I would like to use portent.
Alright.
I have a natural 1.
Don't you need
Oh
to be
boy.
able to see?
I don't
Uh,
know. Let me look.
If
I'll
you have to
post
see
the
it,
thing.
you can't see it. It's not visible.
Let's see.
Yeah, you can
See,
Yeah, I see it. So no, I can't do it. You're right.
See, I have a portent wizard in my campaign as well.
Good to know. Damn it. I wish I could.
So yeah, your attempt to turn undead seems to go unnoticed.
I'm
Whatever it
go-
is, it's too strong-willed to be affected by your.
I'm gonna try
your attempt.
turn on dead as well because I also have channel divinity, the same one.
All right.
I turn
What's
to
your
Andor, look
DC?
him in the eyes, and say, "Picnic."
My DC is 14, so
All right.
it's kind of a
I
lot.
will.
See if your god is lends you strength. Ooh, well done. Oh god. Okay, but you're not gonna like this
Oh,
Oh.
because you're all going to need to make a wisdom save yourself as you cause this to appear in the room.
Oh.
Do Sandy needs to make a wisdom saving?
Yes. All 5 of you need to do that. Nolan and Raja were kind of like poking the desk at the time and weren't close enough to be affected.
Oof.
But
William.
okay, Rhiannon is saved. So let me make the actual roll on this.
I'm probably scared AF. I think there's like 20 of them.
Oh, now I can see it. And if I can see it.
Okay, so that would be
oh, I made the DC
so
14.
that is a roll 8, 3, 14 psychic damage.
Oh, it's only psychic damage. That's not too bad.
And you're stunned.
That's worse.
Oh, and everyone who succeeded takes half damage.
7
Yeah.
damage.
And you're stunned until its next turn, which hasn't started, which doesn't count yet.
I don't like this thing.
I don't like it either.
Oh my god.
This might be a good time to do that. I don't know what its AC is though, so I don't know if it'll work.
So, who among you guessed what we're about to face before it appeared?
I've used one of these before. I should have guessed it, but
something hanging around libraries, people writing random stuff, whispering. Yeah. As soon as I realized that's what it would do, and instead of just being some random scary undead like it was in 3.5, I said, okay, that's what that whispering is all about. It's definitely an Aleph.
I had no idea what this is, so please.
Neither do I.
I
Right.
will say nothing because I'm not even bothering looking because he doesn't know. So why should I? I'm
Okay, good.
just hoping his AC is less than 15.
Oh, and
Okay,
I have to use my turn on
Adler,
dead.
are you stunned?
No, I'm not. I got 14,
Okay, so-
which I needed. 14.
Took half. Yeah, so you took half damage, but you're not stunned.
And I only really got one thing I can do against it, and that's stab at it.
All right. Your blade kind of goes through the,
Yeah.
the insubstantial body,
I saw this coming. God
And
damn
it-
it.
and its maddening eyes just kind of focus on you.
Good focus on me, you douche.
Did he hit it though?
Sort of.
Okay,
If
so he-
I didn't have to use Turn Undead, I could use Sacred Weapon, but I can't. Because of...
Okay, so 16 hits. Okay, that's good to know.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, what's this?
So I'm going to.
And Sunday is also incapacitated by that madness.
Yes, but
That
I can
madness
still
is for last an hour, and this has only been a couple minutes.
Yes, I can't do actions or reactions.
Exactly.
I'm gonna move away.
All right.
I don't know if it attacks me or anything like that. That's a miss. I have
kinda
cast
moves
mage armor
up.
before, so it's a 17. And I hope this works. I'm gonna use a clockwork thing, and I'm gonna use witch bolt at second level, but it's gonna be at 15 automatically. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Oh, thank fucking god. So it
Yeah.
takes 9 points of lightning.
Wait, hang on.
And I can use my action to keep hitting it for 1d12.
It takes 9 points of lightning. So it doesn't seem to take as much damage as you like. It only takes stuff.
Okay. I go, oh, that's not good.
You can see its mouth, where its mouth would be open, and say that you hear like snatches of words coming out saying you cannot harm me like that, and
I can certainly try.
Raja kind of comes running in and just kind of says, "I do not think I have ever been in the presence of such a thing," he says, and uses produce flame at it, which misses. She kind of makes a grimacing face as it begins to catch a bookshelf nearby on fire.
Produce flame isn't an attack roll, though, is it?
Is
You
it
use-
dexterity save or anything?
No,
I think isn't it an automatic hit?
no,
No, it's an
no.
attack roll. But,
Ah,
but,
okay.
No,
but
stick-
I
stick-
imported these directly from the compendium.
Okay,
Sacred Flame is automatic.
is it?
Sacred Flame is
You make a-
automatic.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Produce flame is the one that's the. Oh, goody. There's fire there.
Then,
Yeah, she's just gonna do Sacred Flame. She's gonna keep it healing. Or if somebody needs it.
Oh, I'm no longer stunned, that's right.
No, you're stunned until the end of its turn, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't win. Not that it matters.
And Sunday is still inflicted with madness.
Well, yeah, but I still want my turn. I am walking up to him, laughing and going, picnic!
It should be turned, by the way, so it shouldn't attack us yet. Because I did
It's considered
turn
flank,
Yeah.
isn't it?
What?
turn undead. It should still be turned.
I was okay.
Just double check.
Yes, under normal situations, be completely turned. However, since I decided that this thing is basically in a layer situation, that the fact of turn undead would essentially be heal it in its own layer. You can't fully turn it in its own layer. So you've not revealed its presence, and therefore cannot be taken by it. You're no longer being subjected to its forcing you to write things.
Okay.
Right. So it's looking at that, and then seems to be glancing behind it at the flames, and immediately goes towards the flames and vanishes into the bookcase, thereby causing the flames to vanish. Sorry, that's the GM layer. The bookcase is no longer on fire. The fire has gone out.
Well, at least it protects the library.
How about we light something and then it comes put it out, because it seems to not like us putting things on fire.
Oh, I had that idea.
Nolan kind of rushes over and says, "Where is this thing, this monster?"
Somewhere.
I point to the bookcase it jumped into.
And he kind of lifts up his weapons and says, "Shall we destroy that bookcase?"
Yeah, that's a thought I just had.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm crying.
Oh. Adler.
Oh.
Sure, John. It's, vanished again, so last you saw of it, it vanished to the bookcase and the fire, the flame went out.
I'm gonna do Divine Sense again.
It's definitely still there.
Alright. I'm going to try and slice at the bookcase then. Or where I think it is, at least. Nope.
You missed the bookcase completely and just kind of smacked the long blade into the floor. Roll a 1d20.
Oh.
Thankfully, your blade is undamaged by the mishap.
It's because that's my only
William.
blade, thank God.
I'm gonna stand right in the middle of the bookcase, and I'm gonna do Word of Radiance, and I'm gonna say, "May the light of Pelor get you out of these books." Every creature within where is Word of Radiance? I don't. I'll quickly read what it does exactly. Each creature of your choice. Oh, I must be able to see it. Forget it.
Never mind then.
I thought it was.
You can't see it. You just see
Yeah.
books.
I was hoping it was every creature within so many feet of you takes damage. Can I then instead just hit the bookcase? I don't know.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. If it specifies creature, not area damage, then it can only affect the creature.
Yeah. I'll push over the books. I'll push over the wreck if that's possible then.
Sunday, roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Yes. There's my mouse.
All right. You're still insane, but you're not. You're not be. Your insanity is not causing you to attack William for damaging books at the moment.
Well, I mean, player choice, right?
Yes, it's still player's choice. But you're not being forced into it by your madness alone. It is still your choice to attack him if you wish on your turn, but you're affected
can't.
by your madness. Yeah, exactly.
I dare you to shoot at me.
Done.
So since he has total cover for me, that breaks Witchbolt.
Yes.
Well, shit. Sorry. Firebolt at the bookshelf.
Good.
Bam. It's on fire again.
Burn it all. No. Burn it. Not the books, but, you know, you have to burn the books to burn it. So.
And the Alice comes back in there. And you can hear you can hear it actually raging about books. And them being on fire.
Don't
Raja.
hide.
Raja sees her enemy. Does not like the fact that the books that everything's on fire. And considers her options at the moment. Let's see. William's injured, yes?
Yes.
Just close enough to him to heal it, to cast healing cure wounds on him.
Alright.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. That's pretty good.
That's what, 14?
Yep.
Rhiannon!
The bookcase isn't on fire anymore.
It is on fire. The Alice is now visible though.
Well, she's gonna do something a little weird. She's gonna go right over here, and she's gonna grab one of the flaming books, and she's gonna throw it to this bookcase.
You gotta spread the fire.
Alright, roll me a roll d20 plus dexterity.
Oh shit, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing, my bad.
Well, it's the same roll, so you get the
same
nat 20
roll,
for
so
that.
nat 20. Yay. You're an expert at throwing burning books.
And woof,
Books are her favorite weapon.
there's now a fire going there too.
And now it's a burning book.
Sunday, there are now 2 fires in the shadowy thing in front of you. What do you do?
I can't take action such, but I'm gonna use my movement, just going fire, 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 and jump on. And just roll around on top of it. I'm just gonna jump on top of it and roll around on it.
Oh no.
I feel like that's an action.
You take 2 points of damage from fire and heat, Sunday.
Oh.
Just run straight to the bookshelf.
Fetch!
I feel like that's what it was. It's just like, go fetch, boy! And suddenly like, whoo! Fire!
The owl, meanwhile, looks at the three of you. Looks at Rhiannon, Raja, and William, and uses Whispers of Madness.
Oh, goody. Good.
I saved this one time.
This is really good.
Yes.
Alright, so everybody takes 3 damage.
And no one makes melee weapon attack against a creature.
Nolan moves over to Sunday and attempts to drag him out of the flames. Sunday, do you allow him to drag you out of the flames?
So am I putting out the fire?
You're rolling around on it, and you seem to be almost catching on fire at this point.
Oh.
Because you're not smothering it. The fire's on a shelf, and you're rolling up against the shelf. You're kind of spreading it more than trying to smother.
Ow.
You're making it worse.
Tell you what, no, he's gonna have to. I can't. Actions or reactions. I should fight against it. Should I?
If you can't fight against it, you can just move your token here. If you can, roll an athletics. An athletics check.
All right. Fuck it. I want to just stop.
You want the face roll against the burning shelf.
Yes. No.
Nope.
He gets you anyway. He grabs you out of there and just, slaps the flames that were starting to billow on your clothing out.
As I move further away, I'm going fire.
Okay,
And
well,
what do you do?
there's really not much I can do other than continuously try and stab it.
Damn.
That's probably not enough to hit it.
It is enough to hit it, but
Oh.
it doesn't take much damage.
Well, I know it's not going to take much damage. Better magical weapon or radiant damage would be nice here.
Yeah.
But I'm
Really,
allowed spell slots.
I'm gonna use a key point and do flurry of blows. First, I'm gonna slash it. And then 2 unarmed. 1 does 11 hit.
No.
7 doesn't either. Alright. And because I use Fear of Blows, I can disengage and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna stand next to it because I don't want to be forced to make will saves. And I'll wait over here.
Sean.
Bolts. Fuck. I don't have a whole lot of choices.
Fire starts. The fire starts to spread a little bit in this direction.
Well, we're going to attempt to see if fire is the answer to this solution. And I'm going to use Scorching Ray on the Ilp. So the first one's a 12.
And that misses.
Next one.
You know what? I do have a luck point. Yeah, I have 3 luck points. I'm going to use a luck point.
Okay, so
Alright.
first one again.
So this is the first one again. If I can find where it is.
15.
So 15.
Yep.
Alright. Second one. That's...
And first
And third one. So...
Alright.
16, and if he's reduced to half, it's 8. Total. I don't know if he takes half in fire or not.
He does. It's all pretty much everything it takes half from, except for specifically magical physical weapons that are magical. But specific, damage resistance
Elements.
includes elemental. So
Well, at least we're not healing him, so that's good.
yeah. Roger kind of decides that the flames and all this paper, there's already a fire going, is not a good idea, and she's going to use her scimitar on that thing. And misses.
Oof.
Rhiannon!
She's going to. just gonna Sacred Flame. That's all she can do right now.
Oh, it is an effective weapon against it. Better than a sword.
Especially into this full damage. Sunday, you've been pulled off the fire pile. Thankfully, that fire isn't spreading yet because of your efforts, but it's still there. And you have a lizard folk patting you out. What do you do?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted.
That's okay.
Would knocking the burning books out of the shelf be an action? By running into it.
Running into it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, so I look at him, go picnic, fire, and then I just rush at it.
Just kind of looks at you. So make a strength check.
Oh god. I love it.
Just picturing him as like arms flailing.
A 23.
And that fire goes out. And yourself kind of collapses.
And I'm on top of it, just going, fire.
There's still fire over here though.
Oh, fire!
Oh god, what did I do?
Yeah, so the Ella looks down at Rhiannon and reaches out for her.
Nope.
Good.
Holy crap.
I'm glad you have a high
Wow,
AC.
Good armor. Nolan, let's see, Nolan, sees the attack and comes running over and attempts to strike out, even though he knows he's not the effective things in the world.
Well, at least it's doing some damage.
Well, actually, let's see. He kind of like just goes off it and it's 2-weapon attack. Still there. Kind of wavering some though. It looks like it might be seriously hurt.
Finish it, Adler.
I'll try. Nope.
William.
I come creeping around the corner and I'll go. May the light of pillar compel thy vile demon to disappear. And I will use. I do have. Where is it? I'm sure I have it. Oh, I need to run up to it. Alright, I'll run up to here and then I'll use
the
Taking
fire.
fire damage now.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Fire!
I can take some fire damage.
It's
I
not
don't
fire. It's
I-
like
Fire
hell.
jumps onto you and starts burning your flesh. You take 9 damage.
Oof. It needs to make a con save.
Well, guess what?
Does
Motherfucker.
it do?
I can see it. That's a natural one.
Yeah!
Awesome.
Jan is like, I see.
The Alex, you hear this, all your ears split with a hideous scream that seems to be coming both from the Alex, the room, and everything in the in this underground at the same time. You hear the scream coming from the whispering thing, the room that just seems to shudder, and the rest of the castle where it's like as if it's grinding to a halt all of a sudden.
Okay,
It's
so
a great big cacophony.
I think we should do something about this fire now.
Yeah, Rhiannon immediately just starts putting out the books and just like, I'm sorry.
Somebody's just running around going, fire.
Somebody get him.
William goes sit in the corner and starts drinking again, because that's William all the time.
I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna pour out my water skin on it. On the fire.
Oh, poor books.
Yeah, the books are burnt and drenched in the shelf, and the other shelf is collapsed.
At least there's no fire.
She immediately falls to her knees and just starts praying an apology.
So what do the rest of you guys do?
Well, that was eventful.
Well, fires are out.
Demon ghost thing's dead.
I guess I'll look this door.
So we haven't actually gotten close enough to see
Alright.
that lock,
So
so we don't
you
know
look
if it's
into
just under-
into the antique for that vault again. However, while the room, everything looks very strange as you look into that. You can see a bit of the floor, like at an angle now to the doorway. Like it's a very slight angle. However, looking into the room, the rest of the room seems to think that the floor is still down because everything else is not tipped at an angle. But all the rubble is still where it is in terms of where the floor, but it now looks like it is also at an angle to the space that you're looking into.
Huh.
Wow.
Can I s-
So the
Just-
ramp goes straight to the door?
No. It's tilted on its side. That makes it very rough terrain. It's going to be very much harder to cross into that room now if it's like that. Or if you step into that room, gravity will suddenly shift on you, making the floor suddenly down instead of the position you're looking at, which would make a quarter being down.
I throw a marble in there?
The marble seems to arc perfectly at first, and then is drawn towards the floor, even though the floor is tilted at an angle. And it sits there, even though it is tilted at an angle.
Okay,
Fascinating.
I think we've thoroughly destroyed
Wait, wouldn't that
the
mean that we can
temple
just walk
base.
on it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It shouldn't. I think we just would undergo a slight shift in gravity first, and then it should be a normal
But
ground, right?
remember that I believe we
Where's the
still have
pit?
to do a dex throw because
Mm-hmm.
if
Or else you
this-
fall into that acid pit.
yeah. Still have a
Don't
chance
worry,
to
it's just
fall.
the next stone you can cross over to that dial.
I mean, do we have enough numbers to open the door anyway?
I look at William and go 14.
So from where we are, can we actually see that the dials have numbers?
Yes,
Okay.
they're all at 0 at the moment. 0, 0, 0.
Oh, it's 3 letters. Oh, 3
0, 1, 4.
0, 1, 4.
That's 14.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay,
I
then
mean,
who's gonna
there-
go there?
There are like 22 possible options. I mean, that seems like doable to try them all.
Yeah, because the 1 and 4 had to be next to each other.
And the 1 and 4 might have nothing to do with the vault at all.
Yeah.
This is true. This is assuming that the 1 and 4 has anything to do with it. And that wasn't just maddening numbers.
Okay, so
I-
who's going to attempt to cross into that room and get
John
to the
will.
vault?
John will crawl
Alright.
on all
Dexterity.
fours.
Well,
Okay,
before he
that's-
leaves, you get guidance.
And you've got
Alright.
advantage because you're crawling.
Hooray! Dexterity check.
16.
And
Nobody
you're
has-
fine.
Quick
You cross
question.
over and you're standing in front of the numbers are 0, 0, 0. How do you wish the numbers to look?
I'm gonna try 0, 1, 4.
You hear a click, a whir, and the door begins to move towards you. Roll another dexterity saving throw to get out of the way and not fall into the acid pit.
Okay, I will do this good thing. I still have a luck point.
Oh,
But I don't
You're
need that.
fine. The goddess of luck is with you. Alright. You look into that room, in the next passage, and while it is, from your position, it is tilted the same amount of distance as this room was tilted to the library. Everybody who's in the library who's now looking into the next space sees a much more dramatic tilt.
Oh
Like
god.
when you slant out cards. You recognize immediately the antechamber, the big, the two doorways that have looks like something rammed through them.
Okay.
The antechamber covered in ash.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Okay. Interesting.
Go. Well, we can go this way. Just be very careful and one at a time crawl on the floor. And
Right.
someone drink Sunday.
Can you like attach a rope on the other side so we can cross more safely?
Well, there's no place to put to anchor the rope, and
I could hold the rope.
John being so small and light, it's unlikely that would work for the rest of your team.
Alright.
Let's see. What do I have? Anything that would be of use?
I'm
for
not
Well, I
that?
guess I'm gonna go second then.
Yeah, if Adler goes second, yeah, I got a rope.
I'll cast guidance on Adler.
Okay,
Alright,
and
I'm
then roll
crawling
with
on the-
30 saving throw.
And I'm gonna crawl like
Crawl, man, crawl.
Ah!
guidance. Okay.
Guidance of a 7. Come on. Rolls.
24,
Oh, good.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Roll me a 1. Yeah, 10 would meet the DC, so that would work. You basically start to crawl, and your hand splits, and a few bits of things just go right down into the acid pit. So you're plunk, plunk. You look down there, and a weird thought, maybe yours, maybe somebody else's, maybe you in an alternate universe, whispers, "This is how a brother of yours died." As you look into that acid.
I like to imagine
No
the thing
idea
he
where
slipped
that
on.
thought came from.
The thing he slipped on was a marble. The fucking one I threw.
Probably.
You make it across, probably with your heart pumping, maybe not if you're a stoic type, but it was definitely an experience that most would find terrifying.
And
I have a
now
rope.
Adler forever has that one thought in his mind for the entire day.
He's now haunted. Yes. So Adler works on securing a rope and helping the others across. I'm not going to worry about everybody else doing rolling for that.
Yay.
Yeah, so it'll take
One
a long
tie the
time.
rope to Sunday and pull him across.
And she said Sunday nearly died there.
Picnic.
Sunday is still caught in his madness. It's only been about 10 minutes. And it's got another 15 minutes to go. And you can definitely see into the northern chamber now. It's not anything you've seen before.
Oh.
And I will reveal it to you now.
Good.
I think we fought the two most scariest things here.
Oh, about that.
What?
Okay, in a weird circle full of extremely complex ruins,
Oh, I lied.
this is sitting some large creature with deep red skin, horns, wings, and a tail. It seems to be leaning on some kind of, actually no, it's sitting. It just kind of opens its eyes and kind of gazes out at you as you appear, looking into the doorway.
Fascinating.
Hi?
Hello. It says back in a booming voice.
Hey, it's friendly.
Is it though?
Well, it wouldn't say hello if it wasn't friendly.
We're not dead yet. It's friendly enough.
It seems you are the ones that have caused the machine to go haywire.
We'd be happy to get out of your hair if you just like point us towards the exit.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll
be
gladly
gone.
leave.
I can gladly get you out of here if you were to release me from this infernal trap. Sorry,
No.
not infernal, sorry. It would say this blasted trap. It wouldn't say infernal. It would say blasted trap.
Yeah, sure, as if. I'm sorry, but I
Uh, How about you tell us where the exit is first?
Well, I have no idea at this point, considering all the rooms are laid out randomly. They most likely got stuck in their last position whenever the machine broke down.
Huh.
Does this room resemble a laboratory?
Yes, it does. It looks like it's an old, dusty laboratory, and there are many complex symbols surrounding the structure in the middle of things. The symbols, when you just glance at them, they make your head hurt. But from what you glanced at them before, they look like extremely more complex versions of the symbols you've already drawn. Like the symbols you've drawn are like letters in an alphabet, and these would be extremely complex words.
Huh.
Okay.
Around this ring.
Good sir,
While we
what might...
think about that, I'm gonna look around and see maybe I can figure things out. Does that sound
Alright.
good with you, Mr. Redman?
I'm gonna ask
Of
it for
course.
your name. Hello, good red sir. What's your name so I can stop calling you Mr. Big Red?
You are before Bazaka. Bazka. Sorry, Bazka.
Vodka.
Yes,
Vodka. I like that name.
the Infernal Legion.
Ah, that doesn't sound good. Alright, you can stay.
John, you notice that the bookshelf over here is slightly tilted, and there seems to be a passageway behind it.
Hey guys, look, I found a door.
Alright. Alright, go. Goodbye, infernal creature.
Wait, I'm gonna look around. Is there anything interesting in the laboratory?
Well, there's the big Bazka guy you've heard about. There's the circle with the glowing symbols on it
Like
that
drunk
just
person.
glancing at them
Stop it.
is making your head hurt.
Uh-huh.
And there are various bookshelves, instrument tables. They basically seem to be, scrawled notes. Most of them are like pretty much illegible by this point because the ravages of time have gotten to them.
Sunday will stand there, point and laugh. The thing trapped. Hysterical.
Don't mind. He's been broken.
I'm gonna ask Brianna if she can step away from Vodka.
That guy kind of looks down at Rihanna and says, "Why not release me, and I will get you out of here. I promise not to harm any of you."
He's a demon, don't trust him. Actually, you know what?
I mean,
He kind of glares at Adler and says, "Sir, I am a devil, not a demon.
Hang on.
So how dare you call me a demon?"
to
Okay,
be
that is
first
fair,
off, I'm going
insensitive.
to see if he's full of strong and evil, just because I can.
He is definitely evil.
Okay, yeah, let's leave.
Adler, that is insensitive.
I don't
Devils
care.
and demons are a clear difference.
I honestly don't care. The-
Yes, your kind never care.
You're racist.
You do not care that I and my legions are all that stand between you and the hordes to get this. And yet I have been stuck here for who knows how long.
Sorry?
Isn't
Say
it-
that again.
Can make an insight check on that?
I'm sorry, but isn't the abyss where the demons are?
Yes. And if
What?
they had their way, they would destroy all of you.
I believe him.
Do I
I
believe
mean,
him? Probably.
Yeah, but you being caged here is also everything that keeps us from being here and in hell.
Like, if you're
If-
stuck here, then it really wouldn't change anything if we left you here.
If he gets out, he will reverse the portal, opening up it to the hells, and that should never happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's secure here. I'm
He-
pretty sure there won't be any more stupid people coming in here.
He laughed.
It looks like Garros succeeded in trapping him, and he's been stuck here all this time.
Oh,
Well, we should get going.
Try to move the bookshelf.
Ah.
Just
I'm
tangle
gonna
around
ask
like.
you
Oh, here, let me. I just won't
before
go.
before I go. I wanna ask you the question. Do you know where I can get the best spirits? And by that I mean drinks.
Really, is that important right now?
I mean, it's he's
There are
he's
some
been
relaxing
held.
places in Gehenna.
He has to know.
He recommends any tavern in Gehenna will have great booze.
Alright. Johanna. Alright, I'm gonna put that down.
Alright, you push up. You basically work together. You guys work together through that bookcase, revealing this.
Oh.
You can see lights flashing this direction behind a few more panelings. You hear a slight hum from that direction.
Goodbye, vodka. Nice to have met you. Ooh.
I'm gonna walk right here and look.
You see 4 mirrors. 3 of them are somewhat fogged, but the 4th looks like there's a light shining out from this weird cube contraption right here.
I think we found the machine.
Oops. And it's revealing what looks like some kind of dusty catacomb beyond. The rest of the mirrors are fogged. You can barely make out what's in them without studying them further. And there's also a long dead body slumped against this one mirror over here.
Is it wearing clothes?
Its clothes are very ragged, kind of destroyed from the ravages of decomp.
As an ex-dealer, could I try to get a idea of his status based on how the clothes look design-wise?
You get this idea. Oh, okay. Roll insight. Roll investigation.
With that +1.
Yes. You get this idea that this is probably someone very, very wealthy at some point. However, the clothes look like even before this body decayed, went on a long trip of being worn relentlessly.
I think we found our author.
Either that or someone who got stuck here.
Hmm.
Well,
Do you think it's safe to approach the cube?
Let's not.
Roll. As far as you know, it could be safe, but you can roll.
He's more asking the others.
How about we ask the demon?
I
I
don't think he
don't
tells
want
the
to
truth.
trust it. It's evil.
Sunday's going to walk in.
No, if
going to make
if
an
Sunday even
investigation.
tries to walk in, I'll stop him.
Sunday tries to
Investigation or
walk in.
perception.
Sunday walks in.
And I'll try to stop you. Alright. What?
Picnic.
No picnic. Alright, what
Picnic.
roll?
Don't make me reduce your size.
Investigation would help.
I'm gonna do investigation for that.
Can I go over here and do an investigation check on his desk to see if there's any notes?
Sure.
Do me
you
and
can't
roll
make it
anything?
You
Sorry.
can roll anything you want.
Alright, I'm gonna... We'll just...
You kind of like leaf through the pages, but it looks like it was like some kind of
Oh, God,
design that looks
okay.
a bit faded out.
Okay, you go for it, goddammit.
I pick Adler up and put him aside and go picnic and go in.
God damn it.
Alright, Sunday. You see the most clearest mirror directly in front of you.
This,
Light
please stop
seems to
him.
be heading right into it, showing catacombs.
Someone stop him.
What's
You
this?
see
Yeah.
three other mirrors, and you see a body laying there.
Should I rush over and tackle him?
Yes.
Please do.
Yeah, stop him from going in that tank.
I'll rush.
William was instructed by things. Sunday, you have a chance to do. Chance.
I'm sorry, I missed
What
that.
action do you wish to take?
I can't take actions.
Well, not action, like movement. What do you do?
Well,
I mean, you picked up Adler. That's technically an action, but I'm not going to get away with it. So.
yeah.
It's like you can't take attack actions. This thing.
I'm coming to check you Sunday.
I'm
You
just
take movement
casually
action.
walking, so if he ran, he's very
Are you
quick.
walking? Are you walking into the mirror the light is pointing at?
I'd say it's DM's choice, but I'm walking towards the mirror. I'm not running.
Okay.
So
Can
So-
I?
You
You could-
actually walk through what appears to be the mirror, and as far as you're concerned, all you're doing is walking through the doorway, even as William is rushing behind you. William, do you follow him through that doorway or not?
I mean, I run super fast, so I probably can't stop, and I'm drunk.
Oh my god.
Walk to that doorway to tackle to attempt to tackle Sunday.
So
even
I
as
run.
The smell
run-
of rotten death reaches your nose. Adler and John, you're both by the machine. John, what do you do? What are you doing as William is running after Sunday?
Just writing down notes.
Okay, Adler, what are you
I'm trying
doing?
to figure out how this thing works, basically.
Oh god.
I'm not going in
okay.
there. Fuck
Jo-
that shit.
John, what you see in front of you is there's a machine of sorts, like various like clockworky thingies and all sorts of weird doodads and whatnot. And then there's this cube on top of it that seems to be some kind of selector, and there are 4 symbols on it. One of the symbols is pointed towards what looks like the beam that is then reaching out towards that one mirror.
Hey, John,
Mhm.
do you think you could change it? Just as a
I don't.
question.
I probably could, but I don't know if I want to do it while they're still in there.
I know, but still.
If we can get them out of there, I don't know if they. Can you hear us?
William!
Can I?
Yeah, they can hear you from here. It's like, as far as they're concerned, they just
Have
walk
I-
through a doorway.
Have I catched up to Sunday yet? Sunday?
I'm just walking, so yes.
I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna drag you to the mirror.
You don't, William, as you turn around, you don't see her. You just see an opening that's looking back into a laboratory instead of what's around the opening, which is what looks like some kind of old dusty tomb. You can see like columns and occasional like bodies that seems to be lying in state.
Okay.
I think we need to get out of here.
Picnic.
Please.
John Adler, meanwhile, what are you doing as William turns around?
I'm just.
I'm like
Make-
motioning him come in.
If William looks like he's dragging Sunday back, I'm not gonna do anything. Just keep a lookout on the other mirrors, maybe.
I think when we get him in here,
Alright,
you should subdue him.
Okay, Adler, roll me a perception check.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so this mirror over here, you can see a moonlit forest through the fog on it.
Okay.
This mirror over here, you see kind of like fire and more columns past it. This mirror over here, you think you can make out more clockwork of some kind. That's the one the body's leaned up against.
Huh. Alright. That's good to know.
John, Rhiannon, you're the one that reads the most languages, yes?
Yes.
So as you look over at the dials, you see that there are, several symbols. And do you remember from your training on, languages and related languages, that each of these symbols corresponds to a different plane assignment? The one that seems to be connected to here is to Shadowfell.
Oh.
The one that's... And another one that seems to be Feywild, Infernal, and... what's the other place The clockwork
Nine
place.
Hells.
No, the clockwork place.
Was it Mechanist?
Yeah,
Mechanist,
Maximus.
thank you. Sorry. One of them's the Nine Hells, another one's the Mechanist.
You mean we're literally going to... Oh god, this is a portal to different dimensions. Okay, that's bad.
William and Sunday appear to be in one of them that
Yeah,
corresponds with Shadowfell.
I go to Sunday. Let's go have a picnic, and I run back to the way we came in and see if we can get out.
Yeah, the portal's definitely two-way.
If you're just dragging me
It's like a
along,
doorway.
I'm just crying, well, out loud.
Say that again.
As you said, okay, no, never mind. I can't do that now because the game needs to end. But you can pick this up next time, or you can decide if you wish to do something to the machine now.
I vote we go to this one.
Feywild.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we should think about this until next time.
I think we should go to Feywild.
I think the
One of
Feywild
those
is the
things that you're
least.
going to need to think about, but let me know before next week so I can actually plan out which way you're going.
I think
It'd be nice to
That's-
the DM.
best way to get back to our plane is either going Feywild or Mechanus. Mechanus might just, because it's a lawful plane, force us to go back to material plane, which is okay for us. Feywild is like crazy shit, so I don't know.
Chaos, yeah.
I mean, I don't think we want to go to the Shadowfell or Hell. Either one sounds bad.
Okay, so it boils down to the question of Mechanus or Feywild. Alright. And then we can decide...
I would say Feywild seems like the more fun option.
And before we close out, are any of you investigating that body? Beyond just
I will.
cursory glance?
Yeah, I was thinking he might have some cool shit on him, so I was gonna.
Alright.
He might even have a way out.
Who else is investigating the body?
I will
John
as well,
will
why
just-
not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if he has a flask of ale on him. Maybe find some other stuff. No, I don't find.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. You go over and pot the body down. So Rhiannon, at first you think that there's nothing there, but then your hand, as William is dragging Sunday back to the portal, Rhiannon, your hand's kind of like, you hear something plunk as soon as you let go of him. You look down and you see a ring.
Ooh. Shiny.
Identify.
I don't.
Identify ritual.
That's a ritual. You don't have time for that. It's if you're about to be under attack in a second, or something else. But we don't have time to run through the
Okay.
attack. So,
Well then I'll cast a spell. Identify.
so basically, here's the thing to think about for next time. As Sunday is crying in the Shadowfell, and William is dragging him out, you suddenly hear whoops and cries echoing throughout the dusty tomb
Oh
hole
no.
that's inside the Shadowfell. Something has heard him and is coming.
John, I
Oh.
hope you're ready to switch
Uh,
that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I look.
Give
I
you
look at
direction.
William.
That's what's going to switch to.
Yeah.
I would say when we come out, I'll be yelling, "Change the porthole!"
Tell
William would have no way of knowing that has a selector switch on it.
Yeah.
He's busy dealing with Sunday, as you guys
Right, it's like,
can
close
see.
it,
So,
close it.
As Sunday is being pulled through, he replies, changes into a laugh. As
Alright.
he hears the response.
And we
So
end
what's
here.
the ring?
God.
yeah.
Hooray!
You run here, you decide what you're going to do next time. Rhiannon was about to start identifying something until a potential attack comes to disrupt her ritual. And we'll pick it up next time with you guys deciding which way you're going to go.
Alright.
Trying to see if you have enough time to switch it before whatever's running after Sunday, because they said pray, comes and finds you.
Hopefully, I'll stop being mad soon.
Yes, you're,
Well, it's been another 10 minutes.
You're-
Well, maybe another 5 minutes. Well, 10 minutes. I'm gonna go with another 10 minutes.
you're a very problematic
So
child.
you have 40 minutes
you're
left
mad.
on your madness.
You're very problematic.
Wow, what have I done? I've done nothing to you.
And then we go to the next session. That's what you did.
That's what he.
Like, what have I done? Next session. This.
Goons.
All right.
Alright.